Hello, hello, nagyon kellemes estét, és vasárnap helyett még nem vasárnap, mert kicsit odébb vagyok, szóval, hogy szerda van, csak a vasárnapot intézem itt közben, menet minden van. Na hello mindenkinek, szia Ghost Dragon, Tücsi, Cocanoid, Phipps, The Wicked Witch, Nike, Zodi, hello, és külön köszöntöm a renitens diákokat, akik a Discordot pörgetik, ahelyett, hogy streamen lennének. Én csak megjegyeztem a neveket. No, hölgyeim és uraim, úgy volt, hogy hát ma nem chicken policeozni fogunk, de hazudtam, mert hogy túlságosan érdekel a sztori vége, meg hogy mi fog kikerekedni, úgyhogy chicken police-szal fogunk játszani, és remélhetőleg a végére fogunk jutni a játéknak, meglátjuk, hogy fog menni. Szerintem rohadt jó ez a játék, és nagyon kíváncsi vagyok, hogy mi lesz. Úgyhogy ezzel fogunk játszani. Remélem, hogy jól telt a napotok. Szerda van, hét közepe, legdurvább nap. Olyan rohangálás és ügyintézés áradat volt rajtam. Miközben úgy ébredtem föl, hogy nem akarok kikelni az ágyból, mert minden bajom van. Hogy jobban vagyok-e, a hangom legalábbis jobb? Nem. Nem érzem jobbnak. Lehet, hogy jobb egy picivel. De a torkom még mindig szóval még nem a tökély. Mondjuk azt, hogy most van talán, reméljük, hogy most van a mélypont, és akkor innen már egyre jobb lesz és jobb lesz, úgyhogy így. Pécsi Dino, hello, vagy Pecsi Dino, üdv itt közöttünk, én most vagyok itt először, hát akkor üdv, jó szórakozást. Este 8-tól reggel 8-ig meló lesz, vagy mire? Éjszakázás? Hát kitartást kívánunk innen is. Szia Temil, 2 helyről is jó híreket kaptam, és csináltam egy finom, nagy adag körit. Az igen, hát gratulálunk akkor. Ha olyan nagyon jó híreket kaptál, ne felejtsd, de drága streamer barátodat itt engem, ott lent van egy ilyen donation gomb, mármint ezúttal is gratulálunk a legjobb hírekhez. Nem nagyon húzom az időt, srácok, mert nagyon-nagyon jó a játék sztoria, érdekesebb, mint én, az már biztos, úgyhogy irány a város, ami büdös, meg bűnös, a kakasok, macskák és egyebek elképesztő őrülete. Következik a Chicken Police 3. epizód. Oh yes. Kellemes estét. Na, nem véletlen sem új játékra nyomjunk, mert akkor meghűlök. No! Kellemes estét mindenkinek, és szeretettel köszöntelek itt titeket a Chicken Police végigjátszásunk talán remélhetőleg befejező epizódjába. Ott tartottunk, hogy hőseink bevetették magukat az ügybe, volt itt váratlan haláleset, kiderült egy más megbízónkról, és egykori feleségünkről, vagy hát Sunnynak egykori feleségéről, igazából még most is feleségek. Na mindegy, szóval itt piszkos múlt került elő, és jelenleg a besúgót próbáljuk megmenteni, Zippet, és a rendőrőrsre voltunk úton, amikor is a 2 mafiózó megtámadott minket, volt némi dur, meg puff, és megérkeztünk a rendőrőrsre. If they'd taken Zip to the interrogation room, the hole as we called it, and beaten the truth out of him, we'd lose the trail and end up in a dead end. It was time to be fast and ruthless. God damn it, Zip. Why couldn't you stay out of this? Jó kérdés, hogy nem tudod kimaradni ebből. Zip barátunk. Ugye ő?
Look who's here.
Itt vannak a szuperhekusok. A 2 sűn, aki kiukasztotta a első kabátját.
Idiot's luck. They must have gotten soaking wet because of those holes.
Sometimes I wonder how these two are even still alive in a city like this.
Wonders of the world, Marty.
Nos, hát itt vannak a legények. Tudunk velük beszélni? A csőfiúk, szép időnk van még.
Maybe a little wet, but
Well, to be honest, I'm soaked to the bone. Maybe the spikes.
Miért mondja? Szia,
Shut the
Batidor.
fuck up, Royce.
Hello,
And you,
mindenki.
don't you have anything better to do?
Better than this? Nah, nothing. We love clowns.
Piss off, chicken.
Na lássuk.
Martin.
Főnök, ott a chat volt. Fix info. Oda kell nézni.
Yes, Chief.
You know what I've heard?
Na
I
mit
have
hallott?
no idea, Chief.
You think I'm stupid, birds?
No, we don't, Chief.
What the ever-loving fuck do you think you're doing?
Streamelek, bocs már.
Chief, if I may.
Sonny, shut the fuck up. You're not on duty. You're suspended, if you remember. So
Rémlik.
I'm not your chief right now.
Oké.
Oh, we just stepped out for a coffee, Chief. Then we saw something suspicious at the Czar Club, and we investigated it, and...
Suspicious, right? You investigated, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you take me for a fool, chickens? And what do you know about the burning ship that lit up the entire Times?
Hát, hogy szépen égett.
Burning, what? Wild lords, that sounds awful.
Don't play innocent with me, Santino. You both stink like you're in deep, deep shit.
Ajaj.
Well, you don't think we had anything to do with that, do you?
I don't know. But if you do, I will find out. You better know that.
I
Hát
swear,
tudjuk.
Chief.
I've had enough of your swearing for a lifetime. Get the fuck out of my sight.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Have a beautiful day, Chief.
Szép napot, főnök.
Don't let me see you again, Santino. Or
I'll
Vagy.
try not to be seen, Chief.
I'm not your chief. Get lost.
Megmondtam már, hogy ne szólítsatok főnöknek, az tiszteletlenség. Bocs, főnök. Jaj, imádom azt a filmet. Megint meg kell néznem. No, itt van Zip. Zip?
Sorry, boys. I can't let you do that. You know, protocol.
Nem beszélhetünk vele.
You and Protocol, Bosco? Don't make me laugh.
That's the case, boys, like it or not. Stop harassing the witness.
Witness.
Well, what can I do? Sorry, guys.
Aha, nem tudunk beszélni egyelőre vele. Zip.
When did they bring in the trash panda?
Not even an hour ago.
Még
You're
nincs
just
egy
in
órája,
time.
hogy
They haven't
behozták.
taken him into the hole yet.
Még nem vitték be a
Yeah, I
kihallgató
can see.
terembe.
Listen, Mon, would you do us a favor?
Can I be honest? Not really.
Pillanat.
Oh, just a small thing. For old time's sake.
Na,
Me and my big heart. So,
Aw.
what do you want?
Call Bosco over here for some reason, okay? So that we can have a quick talk with Zip.
Okay, I guess I can do that. But you owe me one.
oké.
Well, thank you somehow.
Szia, Hirks!
I promise.
No promises this time. Shoes.
Shoes?
Shoes?
Size 35, high heels, black.
Ja, hogy vegyünk neki egy magas sarkút cserébe. Kiengesztelésképpen. Oké. Uraim, vettetek már a páratoknak magas sarkút kiengesztelésképpen?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Szia, Miu! Hello!
Hey, Bosco.
Yes, ma'am.
Come over here for a second.
Right away.
Oké. Egyedül marad Zip, tudunk vele beszélni.
Hello, Zip.
Hello, boys. What's up?
We were trying to visit you, but guess what? You were nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I don't get it either. But suddenly the cops appeared and,
Nope, én csokit szoktam venni neki. Aha, wow. S virágot meg? Haló? Szedd össze magad.
Cut the crap, Zip. We talked to Tim. We were at the dog and at Bubo's, Zip. Two meatheads were talking about gutting a rat.
A rat?
An informant, Zip. We immediately knew it was you. Isn't that flattering?
I can explain, boys. My life was in danger.
See
These
ya, Black Rock.
lunatics want to kill me, and I have no idea why.
They wanted to cook us, Zip. We're lucky to be alive. Then we walked our feet to the bone and almost got shot to pieces just a couple of minutes before.
Így.
What Sonny means is we're not in the mood for bullshit or raccoon shit.
Raccoon shit.
Boys, I have no idea what they want from you. I don't know what they want from me either.
We have time. And by the looks of it, you have too, pal. So start telling us what you have to do with all of this.
Nem mindenki szereti a haldokló növényeket ajándéknak. Mondtam én, hogy vágott virágot vegyél? Mindig a rosszra kell gondolni, ugye? Nem lehetne egyszer pozitívan meg.
Don't drink that shit, Marty. It's bad for your health.
Sonny, you're bad for my health.
Ja, véletlen mellé kattintottam az automatára. Na kérdezzünk csak. Bubóról, festménydarab, Neil, gyanús karszalag.
So we were just about to listen to some sweet music when,
Didn't that damn jukebox break all of a sudden?
Oh, damn it.
Damn it, indeed, Zip. There was a wristband behind it with numbers on it.
984-237-22 to be exact.
What? All that from memory? How the hell?
Fotografikus memóriám van, csak nem árulom el senkinek. Mármint, ezt majd kivágjuk.
I have no idea either, and it scares me too, but that's not the point. Tell us about it.
That is, if you want to leave this place on your feet.
Okay. You got me. I'll talk, but only if you promise that the cops won't know about this.
Do we look like we're on duty?
Oké, ki tudjuk hallgatni, de előbb kérdezzük végig szerintem.
Bubo doesn't have a high opinion of you, Zip. How do you know him?
You see these stitches? His weight. All of them.
Bubó varta őt össze.
I see. My condolences.
Mert hogy az orvos, ugye Dr. Bubó, ez volt a tegnapi streamben a találkozásunk egyik találkozások egyik fénypontja.
He's a good friend of mine, but the word friend is misspelled in his dictionary.
Okay.
What do you think about this paper?
I've seen better, Sonny boy, but that's not paper.
Do you know what it is?
At first glance, it's canvas, a piece of a painting, but it's too small and too blurry to make anything of it.
So, still nothing. Well, thanks anyway, Zip.
Anytime, boys. Are we done?
Nem. Még a Neilről megkérdezzük. Ami Nile.
Oh, I wish,
hülyeség.
man. But my kind can't get in there.
Ugye az a luxus bordély, ahol voltunk kihallgatni a nénit.
Right in the madam's room if you're interested.
Oh, so that's why you look like that.
Bingo. Did you know that the place has ties to the Wessler Empire?
That place has ties to everything and everyone in Clawville, boys. Even to the royal family. I'll bet my tail on it.
Jó, és akkor ki tudjuk kérdezni? Vagy ki tudjuk hallgatni egész konkrétan? Na, let's go!
Zip is a real opportunist. He's trying to turn everything to his advantage. But we're gonna turn the tables.
Ki elől, és miért menekültél ide, Zip?
Who did you escape from? And why here, Zip?
Why? Because I like living, that's why.
How did you know they were coming for you?
I got a tip-off from a friend that I should pack my things and go if I want to live. But I had nowhere to run. You know me. The hot dog's my everything.
So you thought you'd be safe here?
Of course. Ibben's people are everywhere, but maybe it's harder to get rid of me at the PD.
Talán, de nem biztos.
Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Biztos vannak mocskos zsaruk is, akik csak egy telefonhívásra várnak ahhoz, hogy elintézzék őt. Jó, nem állunk egyelőre jól, úgyhogy jól kell kérdeznünk. Titkolózó és opportunista. Mivel sikerült magadra haragítanod Wessler? Két szekrényhátú patkánynak nevezett. Miért?
How did you manage to piss off Ibn Wessler?
I don't know, all right?
I don't have time for this. Sing like a bird, or I can't guarantee your safety.
I did something for him, that's all, okay? A tiny little favor.
Igen.
You know how it goes, Sonny. Animals like Wessler make a living out of these kinds of favors.
Tiny little favor, eh?
Egy apró
Wessler's kind
szívesség.
don't send assassins after someone for tiny little favors.
You have no idea what's going on in his head nowadays, pal. Fella's gone totally insane.
Jó, oké. Úgy tűnik, mégsem sikerült szakítani az alvilággal, igaz-e? Mit kellett megtenned Ibennek? Iben megzsarolt valamivel, igaz? Mivel tartoztál neki, Zip? Úgysem fogja elmondani kerekperec, nem? Tehát hiába kérdezem meg, hogy mivel zsarolt meg ilyesmi, azt szerintem nem fogja elmondani. Bár sarokba van szorítva, szóval... Hogy remeg szegény? Hát, az élete volt a tét, hogyha nem hozatja be magát a zsarukkal, akkor ugye jöttek volna a izék, a verőlegények, mint besugó.
What did you have to do for Ibn?
I never hurt anyone, all right? Let's make that clear right now.
Okay.
I never said you did.
I just had to get rid of a package for the boss. That was the job. Quick, clean, simple, right?
Okay, szóval egy csomagot kellett elvinnie. Ennyi volt a feladat.
Yeah? What kind of package?
A very heavy one.
Egy nagyon nehéz
Dead
csomagot.
bodies are kind of heavy, Zip.
How did you know it was a dead body?
Hoppá! Szóval egy hullát
I
kellett.
didn't. I was bluffing, but thanks for the answer.
Nagyon szép.
You lousy chicken.
Zip's a secretive little specimen, but knowing his past, it's no surprise. I must take advantage of this and trap him with it.
Oké, jól állunk. Miért pont ez Ibennek rengeteg hűséges csatlósa van az efféle melókra? Szóval egy hulla, de mégis miféle? Miért fogadtad el az ajánlatot, Zip? Nem tudta szerintem, hogy egy hulla lesz. Miért nem jöttél rögtön ide, amikor Wessler megzsarolt?
Why you, Zip? Ibn has many loyal henchmen for these kinds of jobs.
Because, it's harder to trace back to him, I guess.
He chose you out of the whole city for this particular job. Why?
He needed someone who knows the hive well.
Olyan kellett neki, aki jól ismeri a kaptárt.
The hive. So Roach Town, eh? Why?
Because I had to get rid of the package there.
Hogy remeg.
You mean the body? It's starting to get interesting.
Oké. Tudod, hogy ez bűnrészesség gyilkosságban, igaz? Ha kiengednek, mit vársz? Mi fog történni?
You know you're an accessory to murder, right?
Only if I get found out.
Most derült ki?
What reason do I have to keep my beak shut?
Maybe if I told you what you'd like to know.
Do you think I'm that cheap?
Why? Ain't you?
Why? Ennyi?
That depends on what you have to say, trash panda.
-20, bazzeg. Na, ezt elrottottam.
Why did you keep that wristband?
Hát az volt a hullán.
Because it seemed important. And because, you know me, I'm trying to turn every situation to my advantage.
Fixen az volt a
That's the
hullán.
way Zip works.
How, exactly?
Who knows? It seemed important. It just fell out of the body bag and I thought, look, this shit seems important, so why not?
That's why they want to kill you.
I have no friggin' way of knowing that. Why don't you ask them, huh?
Mi lett a
What happened to the
hullával?
body, Zip?
Ja.
I don't know, Sonny. All I had to do was drop it in an abandoned part of the hive.
Oké.
Where starvation's most prevalent, I guess. Where insects fight for their survival, right?
I couldn't have found a better way to get rid of a corpse myself. All that fresh meat must have been gone in a matter of minutes. Fuck, I don't know. I didn't stick around to see what happened.
You make me sick, Zip.
You would have done exactly the same thing in my situation. Anyone would have. I got the order, I did what I had to. I wanted to survive.
That's Ibn for you. Blackmail.
Yeah, something like that.
Zip may be secretive, but if he manages to open up, he's also honest. He's not trying to change the subject anymore, so I only have one thing left to do. Ask the right questions.
Ja, nem úgy, mint az előbb. Jó, a plusz 20 az jó, de Ki volt a hulla, Zipi? Megnézte vajon?
Who was the stiff, Zippy?
I swear I don't know, Sonny. Yeah,
I have a hard time believing you didn't take a little peek into that body bag, Zip.
I didn't dare, okay? I knew they'd kill me if I did.
Hát valószínűleg darabokba volt a hulla, Hirx.
It looks like they're gonna kill you anyway.
Not if you help me, Sonny.
I haven't received enough important information yet, Zip.
Fú, nem jót kérdeztünk, ezt újra kell majd csinálnunk.
I'm asking you for the last time.
I honestly...
And that's the...
Csináljuk újra, csináljuk újra.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, that's good.
El is nyomom, hogy ne tudjuk. Újra kihallgatjuk, ez így nem jó. Nem jó. Minimum a 4 rozsdás kopó. Újra.
Zip is a...
Na.
Who did you...
Igen.
I got it.
So,
Of course.
Addig jók voltunk, hogy...
how
Ez
did
jó
you...
I
volt.
don't know. I...
Tiny...
You have no...
Igen. Mit kellett megtenned Ibnnek?
What did you...
I never heard any...
I never said you...
Igen, ezt eddig jók
kind of
voltunk.
A very...
Dead body.
How did you know that?
I didn't.
Igen, megtudtuk, hogy egy hulla.
Zip's a...
És akkor itt volt, amit rosszat mondtam, ugye? Miért fogadtad el az ajánlatot, Zip? Szóval egy hulla mi, de mégis miféle? Miért nem jöttél? Úristen, nem emlékszem. Ja, ezt kérdeztem, és nem ezt kéne. Miért fogadtál el az ajánlatot?
Why did you accept...
What else could I have done, huh? Have you ever said no to Hobart Ibn Wessler?
As a matter of fact, I did.
I like to be with the living, Sonny. Maybe mine is a pathetic, dirty, lonely, pathetic life, but I like it, okay?
Okay, don't blow your top off, Zip.
Ez is mínusz 15. Ahogy a piszkos mindenit.
Zip is a... Who did...
What?
How...
I got it.
So you...
Of course.
Well, I wouldn't... How did you manage to...
I don't know.
Amúgy
all right?
megkeverte.
I don't have...
I did.
Tiny little...
You have no...
What did
Igen. Ezt választod, hogy eddig jók
How did you
vagyunk.
know that?
I didn't.
You lousy.
Zip's a secret...
Igen, és akkor ez hülyeség. Ez is hülyeség, maradt 2. Szóval egy hullami, de mégis miféle. Miért nem jöttél rögtön ide?
So, a dead body, huh? What kind exactly?
How should I know? What am I, a butcher? A zoologist?
You still know something about it.
It was wrapped up entirely, okay? I didn't see any of it. It was, I don't know, average. Like you and me.
Scaly, hairy, furry, feathery, or bald? What kind?
Hey, I don't know, all right? I told you it was wrapped up.
Oké, teljesen becsomagolták. Jók vagyunk. Ez a kérdés jó volt, ugye? Várjál már, most megzavarodtam. Ezt kérdeztem először itt. De azt hiszem az pluszos volt, úgyhogy az jó.
You know you're an
Only if I get
What reason?
Maybe if I told you what you'd like
Az
to
plusz
know.
5-öt adott, az
Do
is
you
valami.
think I'm that?
Why?
That depends on what you have to
Nem, az mínuszos volt. Bazd meg! Ah! Picskuli.
So, well,
Akkor is megoldjuk. Mivel sikerült magadra haragítanod? Ez jó.
You
Mit kellett megtenned?
How did you
I didn't.
You
Bocsi.
Zip's a secretive little
Oké. Szóval egy hulla, de mégis
So,
miféle?
Hey,
Igen. Ha kiengednek, mit vársz, mi fog
If they let
történni?
you out, what do you think will happen?
I don't know, okay? Maybe it was a stupid idea coming here, but this was my best stupid idea. Maybe I'll win a few days with it.
Or a few hours, more likely. If you help us, maybe we can cover this whole mess up.
You mean you can be bought, Sonny? What a time to be alive. The unbribable Santino Featherland.
I'm suspended, Zip, and I'm talking chicken to raccoon.
Most nem zsaruként beszélünk vele. Hát?
Oh, I see. You're a foul.
Nagyon jó. Zsarolni akartad Dibönt? Miért tetted el azt a szalagot? Ez a kettő tűnik a jó ötletnek. Na, 2-es vagy 3-as chat? 2-es vagy 3-as? Kérdezzük. Többen a 3-ast mondják. Miért tette el a szalakot? Mondjuk azt mondta ott az egyiknél, hogy a jót. Köszönöm szépen, Hirx. Nagyon szép, nagyon szép. Egyelőre a 3-as vezet egy kicsit. Jó, legyen a 3-as.
Why did you keep that wristband?
Because it seemed important. And because, you know me.
Kettes
I'm
kellett
trying
volna.
to turn every situation to my advantage. That's the way Zip works.
How, exactly?
Who knows? It seemed important. It just fell out of the body bag, and I thought, look, this shit seems important, so why not?
That's why they want to kill you.
I have no friggin' way of knowing that. When it...
De jó volt ez is. Mi lett a hullámmal? Lerakta a izébe, azt tudjuk.
I couldn't have...
Azt
You make
tudjuk.
me sick.
You what a... Yeah, something like that.
Zip may be secretive, but if he manages to open up, he's also honest. He's not trying to change the subject anymore, so I only have one thing left to do. Ask the right questions.
Azt nem tudjuk, hogy ki volt a hulla. Szóval a rovarokra akarta fogni, mégis miért tette volna? Ibn Gorin, mit akartak tőled igazából? Köptél valakinek? Megint a 2-es, 3-as, ami a szimpi. Hát nem a rovarokra akarta fogni, hanem csak el akarta tüntetni. Úgyhogy igazából lehet, hogy én a 3-as mondanám. Erre mindenki a 2-est mondja, de jó. Na látjátok, ezért tök jó ez a játék amúgy, mert annyiféleképpen lehet amúgy a kihallgatásokat csinálni, hogy csak na. Aki volt az a hullát, azt már kérdeztük, de semmi baj, Zodi, nem tudom mennyire figyeltél a streamre így közben, de az nem működik. Mindenki a 2-est mondja. Na jó, legyen a chat akarata. De ha lentebb megy a méter, olyat kaptok.
So, he wanted to blame it all on the insects. Why would he do that?
They're easy prey.
Yeah, I get it.
Insanely simple, Sonny. Ibn Wessler's not the only one who takes advantage of the tensions, you know. It's the easiest method of sweeping things under the rug.
I've heard that Wessler's trying to break into the substitute meat industry.
Surprised? What do you think will happen if Wessler saves Roachtown from starvation with a new, cheap, and accessible faux meat product, eh? Boom!
He's gonna be a hero.
And maybe he'll get voted into the council of 12.
Clucking hell.
Nem volt rossz, chat, nem volt rossz. Mi?
I'm asking
Ez
you
a
for the
szalám.
last time. What's with the wristband?
I honestly have no idea, Sonny. It simply fell out of the bag when I threw it down in the alley. At first, I wanted to leave it there, but then, well, you know me, huh?
And that's the whole story?
That's the whole story. At first, I thought it was some kind of, code. But on a wristband, it's usually an ID number instead.
Like on prisoners?
Exactly. But I know from experience that prisoners don't get bands like this. Not in Clawville. It looks more like something from a hospital.
Inkább ilyen kórházi üzének tűnik.
Maybe you're right, Zip. While we're at it, was it Dr. Bubo who gave you the tip-off to get out of the hop dog?
Yeah, it was.
Thanks, Zip. You've helped us put some vital pieces into place.
Oh, that's great.
Na, így
That
sokkal
didn't
jobb.
help me, Sonny. I don't want to rot in here or end up in an alley of the hive.
We'll see what we can do.
You gotta help me.
Be glad I'm not charging you as an accomplice to murder here and now. Just keep your head down. Understand?
I will, Boss Bird. I will.
That's more like it.
Na, sokkal jobb, mint az előbb. 90%-os fókuszpontosság, chat. Jók vagyunk. Igazi nyomozó. A karszalаг egy hulláról maradt hátra, akit Zipnek kellett eltüntetnie a kaptárban Ibn Wessler parancsára.
So you're telling me you have no idea what this is?
It's a wristband. I see the same thing as you. This was the only thing left of the dead body. And me, you know me, they don't call me Sticky Fingers for nothing.
So you just took it.
Maybe for some blackmailing?
Who knows? Maybe it just hurt my sense of justice. I wanted to know who I buried.
You're a real bastard, Zip. A real first-grade bastard.
Should I say thanks?
Just lay low, Zip. Real low.
Thanks for the advice, Sonny.
So where to next? Where did that wristband come from?
I got bad news, Marty. I only know one person who knows about medical stuff.
Bubó.
Oh, no. We were just there.
Megyünk Bubóhoz.
Sorry, partner. Bubo again.
Na. Azt mondja, hogy a karcolók egy hulláról maradt hátra, akit Zipnek kellett eltüntetnie a kaptárban Ibn Wessler parancsára. Ezt a nyomot szereztük meg, miközben kihallgattuk ugye Zippet. Zip egy utolsó szívetséget kellett teljesítsen Ibn Wessler számára, egy halálos szívesség. Stílszerűek legyünk. A kaptárban rejtette el a hullát, ahol biztos, hogy már egy cafat sem marad belőle. Bogarak felfalták. Hát jó. Akkor így nem mehetünk, gondolom én. Bubó lakása. Nem tudom, hogy miért éri meg a többi helyre menni. Elnézünk, mondjuk az újságoshoz. Jaj, ne, Timit ne. Itt nem tudok mit csinálni. Nem akarok a Timothyval beszélni. Oké. Akkor Bubó.
Hello, Ursula, dear.
Itt van Ursula!
Oh, what's the rush? Is there something wrong?
Kereszt kérdés, tervezed nézni Warcraft bejelentés 7-től? Hirx. Tehát, hogy nem ismersz? Tehát, hogy ha csak nem azt jelentik be, hogy bezárják végre az összes Warcraft szervert, akkor nem érdekel. Tehát, hogy már bocsánat, de hogy így nekem az egy múlt idő az a játék. Én tökre ülök, hogy csomóan szeretik, meg élvezik, meg hajrá, de Cocanoid először is láttam, nem így működik. Jó, tehát, hogy fejez, nem kell. Szóval, ja, nekem ez a Warcraft, ez... Ha csak nem azt jelentik be, hogy jön a Warcraft 4 stratégiai játék, akkor akkor nem tudom, valahogy így nekem nagyon távol áll. Ja, tudom, Ghostra van, abszolút tudom.
Wrong. Wrong. That dim-witted, insane, ragged old stinky owl. That's what's wrong.
De ez nem csak a WoW, hanem maga az IP-ről lesz szó elméletben, meg van, ez előztetve a Warcraft 2 Remastered is. Hát 15 perc múlva még nem lesz vége a játéknak, emiatt meg nem fogom megszakítani, szóval max visszanézem a legvégén, de... meg.
Whoa. It's all right, Ursula. Just tell us what happened.
Na mi történt? Mondd, Ursula.
What happened? You happened. And Wessler's goons. It was supposed to be the only day of the year we could have relaxed a little.
We're sorry, Ursula. You're right.
Like I care, Marty. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the bitter old owl, and I'm tired of waiting.
And?
Never mind. I'm going. This time, I'm going for good.
Ajaj.
Hang in there, Ursula. And if there's anything we can do to help...
Anything? Of course there is, my dear. I never want to see your faces again.
Okay.
Ouch. I'm gonna try to talk to the old owl, all right?
Good luck with that.
Oh, and Ursula, thanks for all you've done for us. With the car.
You know, I'm starting to regret it.
That was...
rough.
yeah.
But understandable. I only see Bubo once a year, and even that's way too much.
A lot of people feel the same about us.
Yeah, that's true. I was never so scared as when I was lying here and you were leaning over me, Doc.
Do you mean that time when McChicken shot you?
Yeah.
That was a night to remember.
Ah, don't even mention it. Good old days.
Jó, na azt mondja, hogy amúgy Bubónál Ursula nagyon berágott a vénbagolja, de úgy tűnik Bubót ez cseppet sem zaklatja fel, az öreg tök halott belül. Aha.
Say, Bubo, about Ursula.
What about it?
Well, that's just it. What if she's not coming back? I'm a little worried about you, Doc. And you know that's not my style.
Well, don't worry, boys. The wind's blowing, the sun's shining.
De Hirx, hogyha te nézed mondjuk héttől, és azt mondod, hogy majd stream végén érdemes visszanézni, akkor ha lezártuk a streamet, a játékot, utána megnézhetjük. Nem tudom, hogy mit fognak bejelenteni. Meglátjuk.
And Ursula always comes back.
Exactly. There are things in the universe that are unchangeable.
Touching, but you should be prepared for the worst. I thought Molly was coming back too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I trust Ursula, Sonny. What else can I do?
Well, to be honest, that's all you can do. What do you know about this wristband, Bubo?
Zip said they gave these to patients in hospitals. That's why we came back to you.
Something similar, yes, but not exactly
Nem
the
pont
same.
ilyet. Aha, ez kicsit más.
And?
And what?
Well, what do you think? Where's this from?
How the hoot would I know, Sonny? What am I, some kind of psychic? That I put my hands on it and tell you?
Okay, let's try another approach. Do you have any idea why Wessler's men were looking for Zip so hard?
I don't. How should I know? Why should I care?
He had to hide a body. The body of someone Wessler killed. The wristband is from the corpse.
Really?
That rang a bell, old owl.
Well, boys, if I'm right, you're in deep shit.
Aha, mert hogy?
That's more like it.
Tell us, Bubo.
So, Wessler, the wristband, and a corpse, huh? It looks very much like I know the connection.
Van egy erős tippje Bubónak.
Out with it, owlface.
Okay, don't peck me, chickens. Hobart Ibn Wessler has a relative who happens to be a resident at an insane asylum. The band is very likely from
Hoppá.
there.
Wait, a relative? What kind of relative?
Yeah. You don't know? I thought you were the detectives.
Van egyik eltestvére.
Anyway, Ibn Wessler has a twin brother, Albert.
Hoppá.
Albert Wessler.
You put it together very skillfully, Marty. Yes, Albert Wessler. He's a madman kept in solitary confinement.
Aha. Oké. Szóval van egy ikertestvére a vasállarcban. Ja, nem, az egy másik film.
Do you think he's the corpse? But why?
Hát vagy helyet cseréltek. Há? És ő lett 18. Lajos a napkirály. Mármint megint másik film. Na.
How the hell should I know that?
Thanks, Bubo. If what you told us is true, then this time we'll owe you one.
Will wonders never cease?
Oké, kérdezzünk még. Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
So, Albert Wessler. Which asylum do you mean, Bubo?
It's got some fancy long name. I don't remember, but I have a brochure.
Van brosúrája az elmegyógy intézetben. Nagyon jó, elmehetünk eljátszani a Ventúrás jeleneteket.
Well, here it is. Let there be peace forever. Mental institution for ill and damaged minds. Quite a beakful.
Wow.
Where can we find it? I've never heard of it.
It's a good 6-hour drive from Clawville. Maybe more.
6 órányja van az
brochure.
Mi ez már a várostól?
You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved useful.
Na re, Nike, na re.
Finally? Now get your chicken scratchers out of here while I'm asking nicely. Just one more thing.
What's that, Bubo?
If that someone was really Albert Wessler, the trouble's bigger than you think.
It's always bigger than we think, Bubo. We're used to it.
You don't understand. Ibn Wessler never loved and respected anyone in his life like he did his brother Albert.
Huh.
So what?
Then the problem's bigger than we thought. A cornered rat bites.
Oh, thanks for worrying about us, Doc.
Akkor nem ilyen vasárarcos szitu van.
Too far, too late.
We're like hounds, old man. Once we've caught someone's leg, we never let it go.
Ooh, not while you're alive, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, goodbye then, fellas. And I wouldn't mind if you never visited me again.
The pleasure was all ours, Doc.
Még tudok egyet beszélni vele.
You mentioned was Zip.
Should I be surprised or what?
Yeah, we knew you knew.
What did that old raccoon do this time?
Ibn was blackmailing him with something. That's what we wanted to ask you. Do you know anything about it?
I don't care about Wessler's dealings, Sonny. I patch up whoever winds up here, and I don't care if they're cops or gangsters.
No, ez a business.
Or gangster cops.
It's the same thing.
Oh, brother.
Jó. Oké. Szerintem megdumáltuk itt, amit lehetett. Szóval kaptunk egy új tárgyat, a brossúrát. We are waiting for you. Call us 555-966.
You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved useful.
Let there be peace forever. Ez komoly név. Oké. Nyomokok. A karszalag nagyon valószínű, hogy egy elmegyógyintézetből való, ahol Ibn Wessler eltitkolt Iger testvérét kezelték. És akkor itt került föl nekünk a listánkra ő, egy veszélyes elmebeteg, eltitkolt Iker testvére a Wesslernek, akit egy várostól messze fekvő elmegyógyintézetben kezelnek. Állítólag. Tudunk még vele dumálni?
Hey, what's up, Doc? Somehow we guessed we'd find you still awake.
Stop playing innocent. I've heard that little intermezzo. I have the ears of an owl, you know.
We're very sorry, Boobo. I'm sure she'll come back.
Of course she'll come back. She loves me. I don't know why. And she's afraid that I'll drink myself to death once she's gone for good.
She's not wrong about that.
What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
We're here for some information. Then we'll be out of your hair. I mean, feathers.
Who cares? So what do you want? And be quick about it.
Jó, és azért meg már többit már megbeszéltük vele. Jó, zsír. Oké, és akkor most hova menjünk? A hotelbe. Ja, az gyanús. A hotelbe, onnan tudunk telefonálni, például a klubhoz nézzünk el. Itt van Louis, de vele megbeszéltük, hogy a Mortot elviszi haza.
If you see anything in...
Of course, Sonny!
Great. Thanks, but...
Jó, akkor itt ez ennyi. Az újságosnál... Vagy várjál? Nem, nincs itt olyan felszedhető valami, ha már így... Ide jöttünk címszó alatt, jó, nem látok. Oké, Atlas Hotel... Csajoknál. Hello! Jaj, várjatok, meg kell nézni a képeket a
We're
Temirnek.
just standing here staring at these pictures like some kind of starved puppies.
You surprised? Don't come across these at the corner store. And somehow, I don't think Laura would allow me to decorate our walls with them.
Come on, why do you say that?
Na, várjatok, bocs, eltűnök én is. Atemir miatt ezt meg kell néznünk. Kifotóztad magadnak, testvérem? Na, jó. Meg vagyunk. Szerintem itt most nem hiszem, hogy lesz más dolog. Azt mondja, az újságoshoz lehetett még menni, de ott is már voltunk. A Timothyval nincs az az Isten, hogy beszéljek.
Hello, Hercule. Good to see you here.
The sun shines, the rain falls, and Hercule Mullins sells newspapers.
Just like that, Martin.
Listen, Hercule.
Wait, Sonny boy. Let me guess. Maybe, I don't know. Ah, I got it. You need some information.
You guessed, Uncle. How did you do that?
Years of practice, Sonny boy.
We're just sniffing around a bit, Uncle Mullen. You know us.
You just can't sit still in your asses, can you? That's all right. So, tell me, what would you like to know? Uncle Mullen helps where he can.
Thanks, old pal.
Jó, de már megbeszéltünk vele mindent. Jó, akkor viszont mehetünk a hotelba.
We had to gather ourselves, take a deep breath, and think over what we knew so far. What the chickens had I got myself into? What had I dragged Marty into? Moreover, what had we pulled the whole city into?
Így.
This was going to be one of those cases that changed things forever. But I wasn't worried about myself. It didn't matter to me. Too many pieces had been plucked off this old rooster. But Marty's different. He's too good of a bird and too good of a cop to end up like me.
Na.
A secret twin brother? Sonny, I'm starting to feel like we're really in a detective novel. A cheap one.
Yeah, but listen, Marty.
Szia, Junior. Hello.
What is it, Boss Bird?
I think it's best if we go our separate ways.
What? Are you joking? I know you have a weak sense of humor, but there's a limit to everything.
I'm not joking, Marty.
Well, I certainly hope you are.
Whatever comes next, you don't need to be mixed up in it. You have someone to go home to.
Guys, damn it, Sonny. Can you hear yourself? What do you think? I endured all this to give up now? What do you take me for? No, pal. You're not getting rid of me so easily.
Így is van.
I just want you to keep your career and your life intact, you moron. Just accept it, shake my hand, and go home. Your wife, Laura's waiting for you.
Na most a barátnője vagy a felesége, ez nem mindegy.
One more word, Sonny, and I swear I'm gonna bash your beak in. I risked my life more than once tonight. You know why?
No, why?
Because we're a team. We have been a team for almost a decade. I don't care what
Így is
Blood
van.
Boil says or whatever's on a goddamn piece of paper. We're the chicken police, Sonny. And we always will be.
I'm sorry. You're right.
We're gonna go to that insane asylum and wrap this shit up fast and clean. Yeah, just like you said, even if it kills us.
Thanks, Marty. Without you, I'd most likely already be sleeping the big sleep.
Birds of a feather flock together, right?
Like you say, partner.
Let's drop this before you start crying on me, okay?
I hope not.
You almost just did.
Cluck off, Marty.
That's the spirit. The Sonny I know and hate.
Jó. Na, azt mondja, hogy...
A stack of papers.
Ja, fel kéne telefonálni. Mi volt a szám? 555 966, persze. Miattatok megnéztem, ugye én fejből tudtam meg, fotografikus memória. For God's sake. De 9666 volt amúgy. Még hogy fotografikus memória, ez meg. Kit akarok átverni? Arra nem emlékszem, hogy mit ebédeltem, nem hogy... Na mindegy is. Halló? De bazd meg! Nem veszik föl! Hát ez a Jeff Bezos volt. Na, ez gond. Ez egy jót írtam. Akkor lehet, hogy nem kell oda telefonálni, de nem tudok most máshova menni.
A stack of papers.
So where exactly is this place?
A few hours drive from here, in the middle of nowhere. It's a creepy old mansion, of course.
You think it's a good idea to go there? What if it's a trap?
I told you, you can still go back.
Huh, wouldn't you love that? No such luck, boss. If I get killed or locked up forever in an insane asylum, that's gonna be on you.
Lehet, hogy beszélni kell Martyval, mielőtt telefonálni.
I deserved that.
Still trust her?
I never trusted her, Marty.
I mean, you believe her?
I'm sure she was honestly afraid. People don't fake it that easy. But I can understand why she didn't tell us about her former profession.
Or how she knows Molly.
Yeah, that too. And the death of Deborah complicated things even more.
Hát igen.
Hey, Sonny, she didn't seduce you, right? I mean, Natasha.
Don't be stupid, Marty. My old ticker hasn't been beating for a long time. Not that way, anyway.
Yeah, all right, boss.
Úgy elcsavarta amúgy a fejét, mint a húza.
So what do you think happened to the corpse?
Probably been eaten. Horrible to think about, but even if half of what they say about the hive is true, starvation, riots, arson, predation.
You're telling me.
Nekem is az rémlik vacak amúgy.
When I think about what goes on in there. And we pretend we don't know about it. As if Roachtown isn't even part of Clawville.
This won't end well. I'm afraid soon Clawville's gonna burn once again. And because of its own foolishness.
Well, that's if another meat war doesn't break out first. Because
Levegőért
then the whole
harcolok.
wilderness will burn.
Lovely prospect, eh?
Either way, it was a damn clever move for Wessler to hide the body in Roachtown.
It's the only place no one will ever find it.
Like the belly of a burning ship.
Oh, I think that was an intentional red herring.
Sounds about right.
Oké, még Zipről tudunk beszélni
Who'd
vele.
have thought? I believed that little rat. I thought he'd changed. Idiot.
There's a point when it's too late to
Van
change,
teádat,
Marty.
ami
His
acsmán.
past caught up with him. Whatever he did since then doesn't matter.
Not much.
Exactly. And that's the case with us, too. That's why I won't back down. Even though a voice in my head is screaming right now, leave it all to hell and have another drink.
Maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should.
Maybe we should. Egy új kódex bejegyzést kaptunk. A nagy húsháború a vadvidék ismert történelmének legnagyobb és legvéresebb konfliktus, amely 822-től 849-ig tartott, és ami ugyan kezdetben csak Alteriát, azaz a kétfejű kontinens sújtotta, az utolsó évekre kiterjedt 12 gyarmati tartományra is, köztük Clawville 4 gyarmatának mindegyikére. A húsháború alatt mintegy 80-90 millió állat veszítette életét, és a háború lezárása után 27 fajt nyilvánítottak kihaltnak. Az komgé! Na és most már engedett, hogy felhívjam, vajon? 555 966. Na figyelj! 5 9 6. Én akkor is oda telefonálok, Genyó.
Hello. You've called the Let There Be Peace Forever mental institution for ill and damaged minds. What can I do for you, sir? Or madam?
Egy bizonyos Ray Finkölt keresek. És egy tiszta alsókatyát.
Well, I'd like to inquire about a patient who I believe is being treated at your institution. His name is Albert Wessler.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't give out that information if you don't have the password given to relatives. Do you have one?
Megvan a kódsor, Genyó!
Unfortunately, I don't have that. I'm not a relative. I'm calling from the Clawville Police Department.
Akarjál,
Oh, I see. In that case, officer, I'd advise you to visit
Nem az a
our
kódsor.
institution personally. Our director and I would be happy to answer your questions.
Aha!
Thank you, miss. I guess I'll do that.
We'll welcome you with open arms, sir. Have yourself a beautiful starlit night.
Hű, szerintem az meszkalinon van a jány. Az fix info. Szia, Fanny! Hello, hello! Martin hangjától megijedtem.
Oh,
Jó.
Thanks. Goodbye.
See you soon.
Tüdüdün, új helyszín.
So,
Nos hát.
We have to go
Ijesztő
there.
vagyok. Hát igen. Elfogadom.
the thought gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps aren't good enough for you?
Ha ha ha.
Jó. Na azt mondja, hogy helyek. Ugye az új hely, ahova tudunk menni, az a kép tanúsága szerint pont úgy fest, ahogy a Vámpír denevérek kastély az olcsó horrorfilmekben. Hát az a Bruce Wayne-nek a lakása konkrétan. De még nem engedje, hogy menjünk, tehát lehet, hogy még Martival beszélni kell.
What? You care what I think? You must have hit your head pretty bad.
Stop fooling around, Marty. I'm serious. So what do you think about everything?
Well, I think we're in deep shit. But to be honest, Ibn Wessler is in deeper shit.
Do you think he really murdered his brother? But why? And what does it have to do with Natasha and the threats?
doesn't add up yet.
Ja, nekem sem áll még össze a kép.
Let's visit the institution and try to find out what we can about this Albert Wessler fella.
Exactly. If he's the dead body, we've got to know what the motive was. If we can't, and if he's still alive, we gotta ask him directly.
And what do you think, Sonny?
I think Ibn, Albert, and Natasha are the three key players in this case, and that all of it has something to do with the brothel.
And the fact that Natasha used to be a courtesan?
Yeah, that too.
Listen, Sonny, about Molly.
Oh, just forget it, Marty, okay? She's not part of my life anymore. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Forget it. Let's concentrate on the case, and on making it out alive.
Így
and
is
helping
van.
Natasha, too.
Fókusz az ügyre!
Whatever you say, Boss Bird. So you think Natasha's really in danger?
Hát nem, véletlenül ölték meg biztos a Deborát is.
It could be, or she could even be behind everything.
No, you don't believe
Az
that.
mondjuk meglepő lenne.
I'm not sure what I believe, Marty. Let's see. Things got mixed up at the brothel.
Nem. Ibn rájött, hogy Natasha mindvégig titkos kémje volt. Na, az mondjuk lehet. Natasha bordélyban dolgozott, és Zaivasz, ugye a krokodil néni, ezt megpróbálta titokban tartani, főleg, mert a nő Ibn ágyasa. Natasha titokban Zip szeretője volt, és Ibn megtudta ezt. Nem. Nem ez.
Natasha used to work there, that's obvious. And Ibn wanted to keep that a secret.
Ja, a negyedik volt.
A secret, it seems, somebody else had to pay for.
Zip kinyírt valakit, nem, az biztos, hogy nem. A karszalag, a kulcs és a bizonyíték, hogy Zip kinyírt valakit Natasha titka miatt, nem. Zip ellopta a karszalagot Ibn Wesslertől.
Somebody died for that secret. Zip hid the body, but he kept the wristband.
Igen.
Who could it belong to?
Valaki ez a királyi családból, Ibn Wessler bábja volt, az elejétől fogva. A Hula Ibn Wessler volt maga, de akkor ki az igazi gyilkos? Mi? Nincs is hulla, az egész egy átverés, és Zip mozgatja a szálakat. Amúgy lehet, hogy helyet cseréltek. De nem.
The dead body was almost certainly Albert Wessler, a resident of an insane asylum. But why did he have to die?
Igen, ez egy jó kérdés, hogyha amúgy nagyon szerette a tesója, vagy a tesóját, az utolsó lesz, igen. Szóval ugye, ha Wessler nagyon bírta a Albertet, az Ibn az Albertet, akkor ő nem ölte meg, tehát valami más lesz a sztori.
So, I get the couch?
It'd be better if I called Lewis. He'll open up a room for you to sleep in.
Whew, great idea.
Igen, és persze tudjuk a számát fejből. Az 5-5-5 az stimmel. Az meg. Hol van a telefonszámod? Ott van. 932 a vége. Felhívjuk.
Hey, Lewis, it's me again.
Oh, hello, Sonny. What's up?
Were you sleeping, pal?
Me? Oh, I wasn't. Anyway, I'm always at your service.
Would you open up a room for Marty?
Naturally, Sonny.
Thanks, Lewis. I'm not even gonna say it.
I will. You owe me one.
Yeah.
Jó, szereztünk szobát Martinak. Ja, és akkor úgy megyünk tovább, hogy egyet itt most alszunk, és akkor holnap, nap megyünk.
I still have nightmares about the Great Fire.
Really? Were you alive then? How old are you exactly?
I was 3. And maybe it's not even a true memory, just the collective memory of the city. I see the flames, I see the burning buildings, and I hear the screams.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought you weren't born in Clawville. Aren't you from Averia?
Exactly, Marty. We were just visiting Clawville when the fire broke out.
Oh.
I'm surprised you ever returned.
Well, maybe that's the reason I did return, Marty. It's like when someone falls in love with their captor, you know? Somehow I feel like this is my place. No matter how much suffering it brings, Clawville's fate is intertwined with mine.
Heavy stuff.
Na jó. Akkor elvileg tudunk tovább menni. Méghozzá az elmegyógyintézetbe. 4. fejezet. Így veled, kedvesem.
I slept like I used to sleep years ago. Like a miner or a soldier. Empty, dead tired. Then I saw Tessa, my darling little daughter. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't recall her face. I reached out to her, but she just kept getting further and further away.
Oh.
Then I saw Molly. But she wasn't real. Just the ghost of a memory. I'm here, I cried. But all I heard was laughter. Not hers. Who's there? Suddenly, she appeared. Natasha. Just stood there laughing. But her eyes were cold. Then she said something. Painted red. Painted red. Painted red. That was just a dream, Sonny. Nothing more. I looked at Marty and I saw the same thing in his eyes as he probably saw in mine. It's time to hit the brakes, to turn back, go home and forget about all of this. Of course, I stepped on the gas instead.
És megérkezünk.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything good, but this...
Ooh, just like a horror movie.
Uh-oh. Kimondta a címet? Kimondta a címet? Amúgy nagyon vicces, várjatok, azt elmesélem. Van a Steamen ilyen DLC-ként egy ilyen pak, hogy a zene, az így készült, meg stb. A játékok kapcsolatban. És ott van egy ilyen kép, ahogy készítik a játékhoz ugye a karaktereket. És az egyik ismerősöm, amúgy a Natasának a modellje. Akkor rögtem, mondom, nem hiszem el. Mondom, ez ne. Nagyon durva. Vagy nem tudom, hogy hány karakternek állt ő modellt, de ugye a Natasának ő adta a modelljét, hogy így mondjam. Ő állt modellt hozzá.
I was thinking the same.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Let's hope so.
Szép hely. Ott a nővérke. Fura festmény. Persze, hogy fura, hát színes.
This picture.
It's very
special.
Na jó, nyugi.
Even if you manage to escape, there's nothing but hills and forests for 100 miles.
Tehát csak a teste kellett nekik. Igen. De nekik is csak a teste kellett.
Imagine how many poor lunatic ghosts must haunt those woods.
Ooh, Sonny, you're creeping me out. This guy seems strangely familiar to me.
You don't say. You've been treated here too. That would explain a lot.
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm serious. Take a closer look.
No.
Well?
No, it can't be. Are you telling me it's him? M.B. Davis himself?
I'm sure of it, pal. It seems the gossip was true. The eternal king of jazz in a madhouse.
Na, banzeg.
Oh, no. The poor devil.
Ilyet? Lépcsők, nővérke.
We should go to reception first.
Na, menjünk a...
Like an angel from heaven, isn't she?
Yeah, half of her's still up there, I think.
That's rude.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Of all the great wild ones.
Na jó. Na jó. Imádom.
Greetings, miss.
Is it really you?
Well, yes.
Csókolom, tessék, tetszett már hányni? Na.
Yes, it really is you. The chicken police.
Kicsit nyugodjunk meg kicsit kellemetlen.
I'm afraid so.
Of all that's furry and plumey, that's fantastic. Oh, my goodness.
Miss, we'd like to ask...
Please, don't be scared. I'm just really excited. You know, I've read every book about you and your adventures, and I even collected newspaper articles when I was a little girl.
Indeed.
You can't imagine what an honor it is to meet you in person.
We really...
Oh, God. Take a deep breath, Miranda. Take a deep breath.
Are you okay, miss?
Yes, I am. I just needed some air. So, dear detectives, Santino and Martin, what can I do for you?
Pánikbeteg szegény? Nem. Rajongó. Egy kicsit túlságosan is.
Well, miss, we have some questions, if you don't mind.
I'd love to answer all of your questions, detectives.
Aha. Biztos jó lesz. Na, azt mondja, hogy találkoztunk Miranda nővérkével, tele életen reménnyel és minden mással is, és óriási rajongónk, mint az kiderült. Egy túlontúl kedves nővérke, akivel az elmegyönnyített recepciós pultja mögött találkoztunk. Kellemetlenül nagy rajongója csirkekopóknak. Na.
Say, miss, what can you tell us about this place?
Our institution was standing even before the Great Meat War, and during the war, it was transformed into a military hospital. Since then, we're relentlessly working on treating injured minds under the leadership of Dr. Quetzal, the famous specialist.
Ja, jó, oké, Veldur.
The place seems pretty empty. Do many people work here?
We have 32 residents and 7 nurses, including me. We also have a 3-person maintenance and cleaning staff and, of course, the heart and soul of our institution, Dr. Quetzal himself.
I see. Now, this Dr. Quetzal, is he the director here?
Exactly. Director, scientist, researcher, patron, and doctor. And even a friend.
Aha.
Quite a guy.
Nem látjátok a képet a mocskos webkamerámtól.
He certainly is.
De mindjárt megmutatom. Smaragdzöld piton. Én nem gondoltam volna, hogy mielőtt végigjátszanánk, abba hagyjuk a játékot, de lehet, hogy abba fogjuk hagyni a játékot. Fúj.
So who is this Dr. Quetzal exactly?
Nagyon kígyó.
He's a world-famous researcher of the mind, Mr. Featherland. He published countless books in the fields of psychology and psychotherapy.
Félix Martins. Na jó van, Atemil. Na jó van.
Psycho what?
Unraveling the mind. It's the most crucial mission of the century, Mr. McChicken.
That's really good to know.
So this doctor's some celebrity, right? Does he usually meet other important persons?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, like Mr. Hobart Wessler, for example.
Ah, yes. That's something you should ask the doctor himself, but unfortunately, I don't think he has time right now.
Na, mert miért?
He's swamped, is he?
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. He is very, very, very busy. All the time.
I thought so.
Busy megfojtani a embereket.
What can you say about this, miss? Have you seen anything like it?
Of course. Our residents wear these for identification. But how did you come by it? They only wear them inside the institution.
Huh. I see.
The wristband does belong to one of our residents, but I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you more due to regulations.
Oh, come on, Miranda. It's us, the chicken police.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Miranda, this case is a matter of life and death. Lives are in your hands.
All right. All right. I'll do it. Albert Wessler. The patient's name is Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
Okay.
Figures. Just as we thought.
Thank you, Miranda. We'll never forget this.
Please, don't make me blush. And don't tell anyone you heard it from me.
Oh, we won't. I promise.
Jó. Megtudtuk, hogy a karszalag valóban Alberttől származik.
So when can we talk to Mr. Wessler?
I need to ask Dr. Quetzal. Please wait here.
Thank you. It doesn't matter how big a star you once were. Ending up lonely and crazy in a rotting insane asylum in the middle of nowhere is like the universe restoring its balance.
That was very poetic of you, Marty. Almost deep. Careful you don't drown.
Cluck you.
We need to let them know we're here first.
Hát tudják.
Dr. Quetzal will see you. He's waiting for you in his office. Up the stairs, all the way down the hall, until the last door.
Okay.
What a surprise. It's enough to mention Wessler's name and all the doors are open.
I wouldn't want to get mixed up in this, but do you think Albert is in danger?
Danger? What do you mean?
We haven't heard from him since he disappeared, and we're really, really worried.
Oh, okay.
I see. We don't know yet, miss, but let's hope for the best.
Great wild ones protect him.
Where is he?
No idea, Marty.
The smell of all that's furry. I'll never get used to it.
Well, reptiles have a disgusting body odor, Marty, but they feel exactly the same about us.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Ott van, kígyófej, még a nyelve is mozog.
Great wild ones, you scared the hell out of me.
I already sensed your arrival from afar. You know, snakes have a different sense of smell. And birds used to be our prey once upon a time.
Well, yeah. Luckily, we're living in civilized times.
Lucky. Please take a seat. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Van itt egy ablak, asztal, falak.
Your office is rather Puritan. Simple, I mean.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, yes.
Nem azért
I
volt.
can't let my mind wander from my work. I only keep what's essential in my office.
I see. That makes sense. An isle of reason in a sea of insanity.
Insanity is such a strong word, and it's mostly an abstract idea. Where does insanity start, and how long is one not insane? Interesting questions. Am I normal, or are you? Maybe neither of us.
Senki sem az, ne aggódjál.
You see, that's something I think about a lot nowadays.
If you like, I can give you an appointment.
Kösz.
Oh, this is your chance, Sonny. Don't miss it. We're already here.
Marty, clock up. Is this cell like the others?
I would rather call it a room. But yes, it's like all the others, except there are even bigger ones than this.
Why do you have bars on your windows?
Because it's a room like all the others, and I'm just an animal too, like all our residents.
With the significant difference of you being a doctor and not a patient. Am I right?
Így van.
It's not as big of a difference as you'd think.
Hát mondjuk ez is igaz. Jó, nem ússzuk meg, és ő sem ússza meg. Nézzük, hogy miket jegyzeteltünk föl. Személyek kapcsán, ugye itt van kígyó uraság, hogy rohadna le a bőre a testéről, illetve volt ott még egy, ugye az Albertnél. Azt hiszem beletrafáltunk, Albert Wesszler eltűnt az elmegyógyintézetből. Oké. Na,
To be honest, gentlemen, your visit is anything but a surprise. I could even say I was expecting it.
De mennyire jó pofán megcsináltak, hogy a feliratba is számítottam rá.
What an introduction.
Please forgive me. I have the bad habit of immediately getting into the middle of things. How very rude of me. My name is Dr. Seth sensuous Quetzalcoatl, but most call me Dr. Quetzal to keep it simple.
Simple.
The name is Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Martin McChicken, from
the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department. Your fame is one step ahead of you.
We're used to it.
Certainly.
Az óráját nézi, hogy mikor akar megenni minket.
We have some questions about one of your patients, if you don't mind. We'd like to talk to him, if that's possible.
Please be specific, Detective.
Look, Doctor, we're too tired to play cat and mouse. Not that snake and chicken sounds any better.
Very funny, I must say. Just what I expected from you two detectives.
We know you know it's about Albert Wessler, Ibn Wessler's secret twin. Ever since we've said his name, all the doors have miraculously opened. That's what we call a bullseye.
Well, yes. Why should I deny it? We're talking about a rather illustrious patient here, who's also a very particular medical case.
Now, that's much more interesting. So, are you willing to talk about him?
Because Albert, regrettably, has disappeared, and you are police detectives, I have no reason not to talk to you. Of course, I'm at your service. But you must understand, I can't disclose information about my patients.
Not even if it's a matter of life and death?
Everything's a matter of life and death in here, Detective. This is a hospital, even if it's primarily for the mind, not the body.
Still, I'd like to give the impossible a try.
Please, Detective, just do your job, and I'll do mine.
Jó, tudunk kérdezni tőle.
How long was Albert a resident of the institution?
For quite some time. His first symptoms
tudathasadás, depresszió és pánik.
Depression, panic attacks, and schizophrenia.
Tudom, hogy Dannának van kígyója. Ne is beszéljünk róla.
Was he brought here immediately after the first signs that something wasn't right?
You know, the biggest problem with an opinion on insanity is that animals are ashamed of it. That's the reason our institution stands out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because animals would rather hide what they're afraid to face.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
As far as I know, the Wessler family wasn't exceptionally wealthy.
Indeed, they were rather poor, but we offer our services gratis.
Gratis.
Then how do you sustain yourselves?
By the grace of the treasury of King Hector III, of course.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
My family and the royal dynasty had always been on good terms, Mr. Santino.
What kind of a place is this exactly? I assume it wasn't built as an insane asylum.
It used to be a mansion. Construction started during the occupation in 622. Then it stood empty for almost a century, until finally it went to the crown of Clawville when Hector's great-grandfather took the throne. The rest is history.
How long have you been working here?
I've worked here for more than 30 years.
30 éve
it's been in my family's possession for almost 150 years.
So if I count correctly, as soon as it went to the crown, it was seized by your family.
That's almost accurate, Mr. Featherland.
What a lovely inheritance.
Okay, Madame Zaivas.
Tell me, Doctor, do you know Madame Zaivas?
Zaivas.
just like everybody else. I've heard of her, but I never had the pleasure of meeting her in person. I'm sure she's an interesting case.
Oh, you can be sure about that. I'd gladly get you two together if I had the chance. A spare cell would suit her very much.
Én ezt Switchen játszottam végig. Na, királyság, szia Technokolos, hello.
Is that so?
As it turns out, she likes small, narrow, secret places.
Oh, I see. What a coincidence.
Oké, és akkor most már ki tudjuk őt hallgatni is. Oké. Az került ide föl. Több mint 100 éve uralja az elmegyógyintézet épületét, és a hozzá tartozó birtokot nem semmi egy örökség, az biztos. Jaj, nem akartam bezárni. Cromwell alapítása óta csak egy alkalommal próbálták meg legázni a félszázados, már én is így beszélek, megszállás 622-ben kezdődött és 677-ig tartott. Ez idő alatt a Harrar birodalom okkupálta Cromwell minden területét, kivéve annak gyarmati, melyek végül igen, segítségével visszavették Cromwell irányítását. Oké. Na jó, gyerünk, chat.
Dr. Quetzal's a real mystery. But I can turn that to my advantage. I just need to focus on the strangest pieces of the puzzle.
Szóval, mikor került Albert az intézményükbe?
So, when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
Nem jó, most már szembe is van!
Albert and Hobart, or Ibn as you call him, arrived here almost exactly 4 years ago.
4 évvel ezelőtt.
Could you describe that day more specifically?
It was not long after New Year's Eve, maybe the first week of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was sleeting that day. Wind was banging incessantly on the windows. The power was going out for short periods of time.
What was your first impression of them?
I already knew the Wessler name. I knew who they were. Or at least I knew one of them, Hobart Wessler. He was famous. Gangster, moneylender, celebrity, lover.
And Albert?
He was new to me, an invisible grey ghost. The family had tried to keep his existence a secret.
Why?
Because they were ashamed of him, of course, Mr. Featherland. That's how it usually is.
What was your first impression of him?
He was silent, but observed everything that surrounded him. His eyes were constantly moving, never stopped for a second.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't say so. It seemed to me that he wanted to move into our institution voluntarily. It looked as if he couldn't wait to be here, alone, locked up in silence and darkness.
Didn't you think of that as unusual?
Of course I did. But who am I to judge? It was rather special treatment.
Jó. Rejtélyes részletek romja.
What kind of special treatment did Albert get?
You know, if an institution like ours has to accept a Wessler as a guest, there's bound to be some favoritism.
And complete secrecy, I guess.
Yes, but that's the case for all our patients, Mr. Featherland.
Of course. So in what way did he receive more than the others?
Basically, we don't admit anyone into our institution without a complete and thorough prior assessment. In the case of Albert, we put that aside.
Szóval nem csináltak teljes körű alapos kivizsgálást, anélkül vették fel az
So you
intézetbe.
didn't even know if he had anything wrong with him?
Initially, no. He was more of a guest than a patient.
Aha. Ő milyennek látta Albertet, amikor először találkoztak? Albert hogyan viszonyult magához? Azt már mondta, hogy milyennek látta, hogy fel alá járt a tekintete.
How did Albert relate to you?
Albert was immensely sophisticated and polite, so much so that his true emotions and thoughts could not be deciphered.
Aha.
And that's why you thought of him as an exciting case.
That's right, Mr. Featherland. I see you're starting to get to know me in some way.
I'm just doing my job, Doctor.
You and me both.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities?
We found out very quickly that there was no other reason for the cause of his seizures. He had a cold and calculating personality who sometimes, especially on stormy days, took the reins over their shared mind.
Stormy Days? Szilveszterkor eléggé stormy volt, eléggé esett meg, vihar volt, nem? Lehet, hogy bekattant megint, és ő ölte meg amúgy a Debrát is.
He had these seizures
És amúgy
from the beginning.
Lehet, hogy megölte Ibönt, és valójában nem Albertet vitték hullaként a rákcsálókhoz, hanem Iböntöt, és helyet cserélte.
Yes, Mr. Featherland, but they started to intensify after Albert left our institution for the first time.
He did what? Left the institution? More than once?
Oh, yes, Mr. Featherland. Albert left the institution on several occasions until the last time, when he failed to come back.
Nem tért vissza.
Quetzal's not only very observant, but he's addicted to details. I must focus on that if I want to get closer to the truth.
Oké. Hogy engedhette, hogy Albert elhagyja a helyét? Maga elhallgat előlem néhány dolgot, igazam van. Mikor és miért hagyta el Albert először az intézményt?
When and why did Albert leave the institution for the first time?
It was about 2 years ago.
2 évvel
Mr.
ezelőtt.
Hobart Wessler appeared and demanded we let his brother go free. Naturally, we obliged.
Aha,
We had
maga
no idea
Ibön
if we'd
jött
ever
a
see him
tesójáért.
again.
But you did.
He returned the same
Még
day.
aznap
Albert
visszatért.
was ecstatic. He was unrestrained. I could almost say happy.
That was unusual for him?
I had never seen him like that before, Mr. Featherland. He just smiled and stared at the empty wall.
Did he ever tell you what happened to him outside?
Of course he did. Albert and I had a good relationship. He was working on a painting for his brother.
A festménysarok, amit megtaláltunk.
Was it a painting of a lovely lady cat?
Oh, exactly. So you already knew about that.
Yes, Dr. Quetzal, I've seen it.
Albert mesélt önnek testvérével való kapcsolatáról? Több ízben is elment, hogy folytathassa a festményt. Beszélt önnek Albert valaha is Natasáról? Hűha.
Has Albert ever talked to you about Natasha?
Only in superlatives, as if he wasn't talking about a real person, but an ethereal being, about an angel or a demon, something that is not of this world.
And what did you think about his fantasies?
We are in an institution where almost everyone is hallucinating on a daily basis, Mr. Featherland. It didn't really bother me, but the fluctuations of positive and negative were more disturbing.
Thanks, Doc. I didn't understand a word, but I think I get the point.
Ez nem volt jó.
So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting.
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. Every time he came back, he was like a different person. But unfortunately, his seizures also multiplied and became more dangerous.
More dangerous?
Albert was hurting himself.
Oh.
And on one occasion, he even tried to hurt me. It was unprecedented. It seemed his confined personality was taking over their shared mind entirely, piece by piece.
Do you think the painting caused it?
Not the painting, Mr. Featherland.
But its subject.
Exactly. He was obsessed, right until that fateful day when he returned to us for the last time.
What exactly happened that day, Doctor?
It wasn't Hobart who brought his brother back that day, but two of his gorillas. Not literally, I mean. And Albert was in a terrible, terrible state.
What happened to him?
I don't like to talk about that, Mr.
It could be vital to the case, Dr. Quetzal. Don't back down.
Oh, you're right. There's no use turning back now. So, Albert's tongue was torn out or cut off, I don't know exactly.
Akkor nem cseréltek
And he
helyet.
was blinded in one eye, or rather, one of his eyes was missing entirely.
So you're saying Albert was brought back horribly mutilated?
Yes. And they didn't give any explanation as to what had happened. They simply told me it was some kind of accident.
Dr. Quetzal is cold and professional, but he's also very confused. Maybe it's cruel, but I must exploit his vulnerability if I want to learn everything about Albert. Maybe it's not easy for you to talk about it, but did you examine his wounds thoroughly?
I'm not that kind of doctor, Mr. Featherland, but even I could determine his tongue was either cut out or bitten off, and his eye was gouged out. He also had several broken bones.
But there's no doubt it wasn't an accident.
I don't believe it was, Mr. Featherland.
I totally agree.
Okay. Milyen volt Albert állapota az incidens után?
Pull yourself together, Doctor. What was Albert's condition after the incident?
Mind your tone, Detective.
Sorry, Doc. I can see you're disturbed by these memories.
How could I not be? I'm not a monster. We're talking about a mutilated animal here.
So, what was he like after the incident?
Even more silent than ever. No surprise, I suppose. He was not only silent in words, but also in his soul and spirit.
What do you mean by that?
He never painted anything
Nem
again.
festett.
And his seizures completely stopped.
Lényegében nem csinált már szinte semmit. Ez -5. Ez -5 volt!
What happened then? How did Albert disappear?
A few weeks later, Hobart came to visit Albert one more time. Albert had been in terrible condition by then. We even had to transfer him to another cell.
Biztonságosabb,
a more safe one.
What did Hobart do during the visit?
He didn't do anything. He just sat and watched his brother, who was in an almost vegetative state by then.
Couldn't you manage to draw anything out of him? You or Hobart?
Nothing. For a while, he was trying to signal something. Perhaps he was too afraid. And most likely his fingers had been broken too.
Yeah.
He couldn't even write.
Do you think Hobart could have killed Albert?
It's horrible to say it, but I'm sure of it.
Mondjuk, hogyha hamarabb helyet cseréltek, hogy ne tudjon beszélni, az Ibn kivág... mégiscsak marad a hely. Na várjál, a helycserélős az simán működhet még. Simán működhet még a helycserélősös dolog. Mert úgy hozták vissza, hogy se írni, se semmit, se beszélni nem tud. Dot.
How did he disappear in the end? Did someone come for him?
That's what's most eerie about it all, Mr. Featherland. He simply disappeared. His door, which only I had a key for, was open.
Did anyone see anything?
No one. We interrogated the staff, even the patients. He simply vanished off the face of the wilderness. We don't know what happened to him.
Unfortunately, I have a hunch. Thank you, Doctor. You've been a great help.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of help. But please, I now must attend to my work.
We understand, Doctor. Thank you.
Na, 4 csillag megvan. Komoly zsaru, komoly zsaru. Komoly zsaruszki. Jó, hát volt már jobb kihallgatásunk is, de jó lesz így. Oké. Ibn valószínűleg saját testvérét Albert Wesselt ölte, vagy ölette meg, és tüntette el Zippel, legalábbis egyelőre ezt tűnik a legvalószínűbbnek. Nem, ez butaság. Rideg kimért és végletekig profi a saját területén, de az, ami Alberttel történt, még őt is kihozta a sodrából. Így is lehet mondani. A testvére Ibn több alkalommal is kihozatta az intézetből, hogy megfesthesse a végzetes képet Natasáról. Azt hiszem, megvan a motivációink is. Yes. Ő eltűnt, van egy sejtésem róla, hogy mi történhetett vele. Nekem is. Jó.
That's quite shocking information.
I think you understand why we kept it a secret. If it wasn't for Mr. Wessler's demand, we'd never let any of our patients walk freely outside our institution.
Then the accident happened.
Accident? Ha! We didn't believe it, not for a second. After Albert came back to us, horribly mutilated, he was different.
Az már nem ő volt.
Different how?
If someone got one of his eyes poked out and his tongue torn out, he'd be different, but not like this. Albert was a different person.
We believe you, Doctor. So, can we take a look at Albert's cell?
I'd rather call it his room. Mr. Wessler lived in exceptional circumstances.
Thanks to the Wessler name, I guess.
Yes. Well, we try to make all of our patients stay as comfortable as possible, but Albert certainly enjoyed special favoritism.
I hope you don't mind if we take a look around in there.
That's not going to bother anyone.
Well, that's
Okay.
surprising.
I've never seen a cell like this before, that's for sure. I wouldn't mind living here myself.
It seems that being a Wessler gets you privileges.
And a healthy dose of danger.
Mostly that, yeah. Let's take a good look around. I'm sure we'll find some answers here. I can almost smell them.
Na lássuk.
Well, I smell paint, ink, plaster, some kind of oil, aging paper, slight smell of rat, and great expectations.
What the dickens?
Unmistakable.
This place is bad for you, pal. But if you've already jump-started your beak holes, then sniff out the solution.
I'm on it, boss bird.
Na, hát íme a szoba. Van itt íróasztal, ágy, festmény, ijesztő fürkálmányok, kis ablak. Lássuk az íróasztalon mi van. Albert levele. Fotó Wesslerékről. Egy halom papír.
Scribbles, newspaper articles, study papers, poems, perfect chaos.
180 plusz rezsi. Hát konkrétan ilyen van. Konkrétan ilyen van itt Pesten, 180 plusz rezsiért.
Just like the troubled mind of a troubled fella.
Yeah, but there's still a kind of order in it. It's just too intricate for you to comprehend.
If you say so, boss.
Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman. 2 men and 1 woman. Nothing good ever comes of that.
Ja, ja.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly.
Na, Marty.
Of all the wild ones, Marty, please, stitch up your beak, okay?
Just use your imagination, old bird.
Look at that. A letter.
Jó.
Isn't this familiar?
Marty.
Okay. Shut.
Oké. Azt mondja, hogy itt a levél, meg a kép.
Identical twins. And looking at it, they may have easily loved the same woman. Albert was madly in love with Natasha and would have done anything for her. I'm afraid he did exactly that.
I know I knew I didn't exist. I know I don't exist. I don't exist because you don't see me. But I'm not what you think I am. You don't think about me, do you? Never know. I think of you every day, every minute, always. I'm in my dreams. I have become one with him, one soul. You know who I'm thinking about, right? Can you feel it? Can you feel that I'm there too? With you, do you feel it, right? I can't hold it in myself for long. Forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. Please, I'm sorry, but I can't help it. The world is crashing down. The whole world just rotting and rotting. Everything is rotting around me. I have to get out of here to become one with my destiny and one with you. Forgive me.
Albert was madly...
Whoa.
What do you make of this?
Apart from the fact the guy was totally
Film
insane,
it?
I don't know. What should I?
That maybe we've been chasing the wrong person all this time, Marty.
What do you mean?
Everything will be revealed soon.
Why do you have to be so melodramatic all of a sudden?
If I'm right, this'll flip the whole case upside down.
What's that, Sonny? A blurb from some horrible novel?
I just have to think things through before I come to any hasty conclusions, Marty.
Ugh, you're killing me. So, what now? Where to?
Back to Clawville, where we can finally put all the pieces together.
You're driving me crazy. But all right, let's go home.
De még nem, még ott körbe akartam nézni. Nem már. Nem lehet. Hogy az a piszkos mindenségit. Nem már, nem lehet.
What can you tell us about the woman in the photo we saw in Albert's room?
Többi részt meg akartam még nézni.
Do you mean Miss Natasha Katsenko? Well, yes. I don't know much about her, but everyone heard her name and her voice around here.
Mert a közben nagyon szépen köszi a Szabinának ajándékozottat, köszi szépen a támogatást. Pörögjenek a giftemótok. Köszi.
Did she ever visit this place?
Never. But if you ask me, Natasha probably didn't even know Albert was a resident of our institution.
And Albert, did he mention her often?
Constantly. It was obvious he had an affection for Miss Katsenko, but I wouldn't have thought for a moment he could escape.
I wouldn't jump ahead, Doctor. Something else could be behind Albert's disappearance.
Do you think so? All the signs clearly indicate this.
Maybe they do, Doctor, but in my line of work, logic's not always the best advisor.
In 99% of cases.
Exactly. But this one typically belongs to the remaining 1%.
If you say so.
So, detectives, have you found what you were looking for?
I'm afraid we have, Doctor. And more.
I wouldn't dare to say I'm happy to hear it, but I'm glad to be of service to you.
Well, thanks, Doc.
I hope I don't offend you by saying I hope we're not going to meet anytime soon.
Not on account of either of our jobs, am I right?
Exactly.
Jó. Oké. Azt mondja, hogy... Albert őrülten beleszeretett Natasába, talán ezért kellett meghalnia? Hát... Akkor most megtippelem. Valószínűleg azt mondanám, hogy igen, beleszeretett őrülten, és a második alkalommal, mikor kivitte a tesója, hogy a festményen dolgozzon, akkor valójában helyet cserélt Ibönnel, és Ibönt megcsonkítva, agyonverve küldték vissza az ő helyére. Ekkor változott meg a személyisége. Natasha nem tudta, hogy helyet cseréltek, nem tűnt föl valószínűleg neki. Jó kérdés, majd ez még kiderül. Ibön pedig egyszer csak megszökött az intézetből, és ő küldte a fenyegető üzeneteket Natasának, mert hogy ő tudta, hogy mi a múltja, és mivel ő szedte ki onnan, majd Albert rájött arra, hogy kint van Ibön, eltette lábalól, a hulláját pedig odaadta Zipnek, amikor is a hullazsákból, vagy dobozból, vagy anyám kínjából kiesett a szalag, és így találtunk mi erre a szituációra. Az még nem tudom, hogy a Deborát kiölte meg. Köszönöm szépen.
Oh, I don't believe this. Those two again?
Jaj,
Take
már
'em
megint?
out. My car won't last much longer.
Don't worry, Sonny. I was born to do this.
És kiűztem az összes démont, így van.
Are you blind or what? Where did you learn to shoot?
Kapták?
Whew. Well, that was close.
Igen, a szoba megtisztult, kiűztük az összes démonzt.
A little too close for my taste, and it only strengthens my belief. Wessler is desperate. He knows if we survive, he's done for.
Well, come on, what did you work out? Will you tell me already?
Sure. Let's put the picture together, piece by piece. Let's start from the beginning. So, we got a case.
Kezdjük az elejével, szóval kaptunk egy ügyet. Igen. Natasával. És... a végzetes szerelem? Nem. Festmény. Natasha el akarta titkolni a festményt előlünk. Natasha azt akarta, hogy megtaláljuk a festményt neki. Natasha megpróbálta megmutatni nekünk a festményt.
Natasha tried to show us the painting.
Yes. Aztán
That painting would have shown us the way.
És a festmény elvezetett volna minket Albert veszett titkos búvóhelyéhez, amit még mindig meg kéne találnunk, a hullájához, ami mostanra bizonyára eltűnt Zipnek hála. Ibn és Albert Wesslerhez. Albert megfestette Natasha képét, tehát többször is találkozniuk kell.
Ibn and Albert Wessler. Albert painted Natasha, so he met her on more than one occasion.
De az is lehet, hogy Natasha szintén bele... Nem. Már lehet, hogy tud a dologról. Lehet, hogy együtt tervelték ki a Alberttel, hogy eltüntetik Ibönt.
Which made
Albert elmenekült az intézetből, hogy az azt körülvevő sötét erdőben éljen őrült remetekén. Beleszeretett Natasába és elszökötte a titkos búvóhelyre, ami még mindig meg kell, hogy találjunk. Megölte a testvérét, átvette a helyét, és rávette Natasát, hogy etessen be minket a fenyegetés ügyével. Nekem ez tetszik. Beleszeretett Natasába, még egy végzetes éjszakán megölte a saját testvérét, hogy átvegye a helyét, és elnyerje Natasha szívét.
Fall in love with Natasha. And on a fateful night, he killed his brother, so he could take his place in secret and win Natasha's heart.
$2 millió IQ.
So
pontosan ezt csináltam. Na, nyugi. Ki kell vágni.
The inevitable, Marty. We're going to the Wessler mansion to confront Ibn with the facts.
Hogy valójában Einhorn az Finkel, és a Finkel az Einhorn.
You mean Albert, right?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Natasha.
Do you think she knew about it?
Something stinks, Marty. The whole case seems too intricate.
Too many coincidences, right?
Well, after 10 years, you did learn something, didn't you?
9.
You're right.
Huh.
What?
You just laughed, Sonny.
Hoppá, nevetett?
What? No, I...
Csak felhorkantottam.
No, you laugh.
Just leave it, Marty.
I'll be telling this to my grandchicks.
All right, pal, that's enough.
Okay. So, Albert fell madly in love with Natasha and decided to have her for himself.
And his best chance was to trade places with Ibn Wessler.
Yes.
So that's why the torn out tongue.
Hogy ne tudjon beszélni, pontosan.
Yeah, Ibn couldn't squeal even if he wanted to.
És mivel a kezei is el voltak törve, írni se tudott.
What a diabolical plan.
More like insane.
But why the messages then? Why the threats? Albert got what he wanted. He could have got away with it.
De azt már Ibn hagyta az üzenetet, hogy tudja.
I'm not a psychologist, Marty, but remember what the doctor told us. Albert has a seriously injured mind and a split personality. I think his two identities were at war with each other.
Az is egy opció, Sunny.
So the messages were written by one of his personalities, consumed by jealousy?
Something like that, Marty. But we can only learn the whole truth from him.
You're right. So, are we going or what?
We're going, Marty, to finally finish what we started.
Well, if there's anything you'd like to do before, do it now, boss. You won't have a chance later.
Nagyon szeretem, amikor tök ügyesen írják bele azt, hogy point of no
return. You're right, Marty. It's time to wrap everything up.
Oké. Itt van Louis. Csomagtartó.
I see we're ready.
You'll need a shotgun for this kind of deal, Marty. Maybe even that won't be enough.
Nothing to fear while Bertha's here.
Marty meg a
even
shotgun.
less because you're here too with Mr. Sinclair, of course.
Should I cry?
That would be nice for a change.
Jó, itt vannak a cuccok. Azt mondja, hogy személyek, valakivel még nem dumáltunk. Van egy kérdőjeles személy. Albert, maga Ibn Wessler, az örült testvér átvette fivére helyét, és most megpróbálja elvarni a szálakat. Ha nem kapjuk el most, könnyen lehet, elkésünk. Jó. Hova tudunk menni? Amúgy a hétvégi házon kívül. Habdogba, újságoshoz, Bubóhoz. Visszatérte vajon Bubóhoz a izé? Meg kiengedték el, hogy hívják ott. Menjünk beszélek először Louis-szal. Be tudunk menni a hotelba.
I never thought I'd ever look at this place and think of it as home.
Most kint vagyunk a hotel előtt amúgy.
Life's weird, isn't it? I didn't think that after what I did to you, we'd work together again.
You mean when you shot me?
You know I had my reasons, Sonny.
Yeah. Have I ever, apologized?
I don't think so.
Then let's leave it that way.
Hey, I apologize for shooting you, Boss Bird.
That's okay, Marty. It happens even to the best of friends.
I'll remember what you've just said, and I'll never forget it.
Balli, hello, nagyon szépen köszi a cheert, végeztél mára. Egy nénitől kaptál egy üvegbort ajándékba, mert tudja, hogy szerettem a csokit. Nice! Hát akkor kellemes borrozást.
Yeah.
Csoki fogyasztást.
Who, me?
Köszi a
What do you
cheert.
think of me?
Hogy nem szereti, tudom én, csak így viccesebb volt. Csoki, érted? A bor, a csoki. Miért tudunk bemenni amúgy a izébe?
Did you forget anything, Sonny?
No, I just thought I'd take a look. Might be...
You becoming sentimental?
Who knows? Maybe I am.
Oh, that's cute.
Jó.
Should I say it?
I know, Sonny. I can still get out.
But you won't.
On the beak.
Thanks, pal.
Forget about it. I'd be bored to death otherwise.
Kicsit másképp néz ki a lakás így a napfénybe. Jó, nincsen semmi, amit itt hagyunk. Oké. Menjünk az újságoshoz. Majdnem rányomtam.
Well, if we have anything else to ask the old beaver, this is the last chance.
Hey, don't steal my style.
Just learning from the best.
Let me give you some advice. Don't.
El tudjuk mondani Mullen bácsinak a
Does
dolgokat?
the name Albert mean anything to you?
I know multiple Alberts, Sonny. Which one do you mean?
Albert Wessler.
I see you're in a funny mood, Sonny boy.
I'm not joking, Mullen, but I'm surprised there's something I know and you don't.
Hoppá.
And who is this Albert anyway? Ibn Wessler's hidden son, maybe?
Even better, my friend. His secret twin brother.
Oh, you've walked into trouble there.
I was hoping you could tell me something useful about him.
I can, Sonny boy. Avoid him. Avoid the whole Wessler family. Those who happen upon secrets that deep sink without a trace.
Well, I used to be a professional swimmer, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
I lied. What do you know about that asylum? What's it called?
Since there's only one of those around Clawville, I know which one you mean, Sonny. It's an ancient mansion, easily around 100 years old for sure. Or more. Well, what do you want to know about it anyway?
We actually just got out of there.
That explains everything.
Hát, hogy nem a legjobb szóhasználatot választotta
What do
Marty.
you know about it?
The place is self-sufficient in theory, but in reality, the Crown maintains it. No one knows the exact reason why, but according to gossip, they used to keep someone in there. Someone who was either part of the royal family or just very close to the fire. But who knows? Maybe it's just a legend.
Well, they say we're legends too, and we're standing right in front of you. Am I right?
What can I say then? This whole city is full of legends.
De miért mondunk el a Mullen bácsinak mindent?
What do you know about the Wessler mansion, Uncle Mullen?
That if you're about to go there, bring a tank with you. Or two.
Dangerous, you mean?
Dangerous? It's a fortress, so it is. Giant walls, watchtowers, and of course, Wessler's hired pugs are waiting for you there.
Yeah, sounds great.
It's a beautiful place, I must admit. At least you'll kick the bucket with mouths hanging open in wonder.
That's some
good attitude, my lad. Keep it.
This Albert, he had to paint a picture of Natasha at his brother's request.
Let me guess. He fell in love with her.
Yeah, classic, huh? Then he killed his brother and took his place.
Yeah, well, that's a classic too. So, you're telling me who goes by Ibn Wessler is not really Ibn Wessler?
Exactly. He's Albert, a dangerous lunatic with multiple personality disorder.
Lads, I guess that Miss Marble's going to write another one of those novels about this.
You mean Meredith? Oh, that's just what we need.
Once you sold your soul, it's too late to cry about it, sonny boy.
That's what I keep telling him.
Már akkor elmondunk mindent.
Quetzal.
Do you mean Professor Quetzalcoatlus? Now you laugh at this, but we went to university together.
Együtt jártak egyetemre a kígyóval.
You did what?
Do I not look the type to you?
No, well, I didn't mean that. I just, did...
I studied psychology, sonny. Only I forgot to graduate. That's when my father died.
Oh.
So that's why you know the animals so well.
No, I know them well because I have a newspaper stand and I talk to hundreds of animals each day. And I listen to the everyday problems of almost all of them. There's no better lesson in animal studies.
You surprise me every time, old beaver. And what do you know about him? Can he be trusted?
You're afraid he screwed you? He looks like a terribly dishonest snake, but don't let your prejudices overshadow what your wattle tells you. Quetzal's one of the kindest-hearted and most honest animals I've ever known.
Wow.
That's good to know, Uncle Mullen. Or rather, Professor Mullen.
Hey, 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 don't get cocky with me, little chickie.
Little chickie. Jó. Itt is megbeszéltük szerintem, amit lehetett. Úgyhogy... ez megvan. Még elnézhetünk a hotdoghoz. Kiengedték vajon?
Sonny, few places are as cozy as the hot dog at dawn.
You have a point.
The silence, the fog, the sunshine slowly devouring the sleeping city.
The smell.
Yeah, the Cobbler District has its own distinctive aroma, that's for sure. But wait, do you smell that?
Ah, it seems Zip is ready with the first batch of coffee.
That's waiting only for us, my friend.
Hoppá. Nincs itt a zenész bácsi.
Well, he's out. He's brave indeed. Or an idiot.
They're often the same, Marty. And you should know.
Na, itt van Zip. A cső, Zip.
Hello, Zip. I see they kicked you out.
You know, Sonny. They told me I could stay in there for 48 hours if...
Well, maybe you should have done that.
Shit, I had enough. Fuck it. You understand? When you interrogated me, you opened my eyes. I don't give a shit about him, about Wessler and his henchmen. Let them come if they want. It's not gonna be easy for them. You can be sure of that.
That's the Zip we know and love.
Thanks, Marty. So, why are you here?
One last coffee before the end.
Are you going to get him?
We don't have a choice, Zip. We're grabbing the rat by the tail. No screwing around. No playing it nice.
Semmi cicó.
Ah, I see Ibben's really got to you.
Just Sonny. I'm like this all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Zip. Listen here. This coffee, it's 2 days old.
And?
Nothing.
Friss kávét adj már, bazzeg! Na jó. Hát srácok, lányok, szerintem jöhet a végjáték, mit szólunk? De még Bubó. Várja, visszajött Ursula. Ott van Ursula, nice! Visszatér! Megmondta, hogy mindig visszatér. A Sekó, köszi szépen a követést. Cső! És Tabu! Nagyon szépen köszi a 9-est abban a pillanatban. Köszi szépen a támogatást. Pörögjenek a hype-ok. Ticses, baby.
No hard feelings?
What can I say, boys?
Vajból van a szíve. Várjatok már. Eltűnök egy picit. Házi feladat. Ezt az Ursulát le kéne fotózni, ezt Cucunak elküldeni, hogy... Tudom én a Cucunak a... Na, az ízlését. Szerintem itt találtunk valamit, jó? Istenem. No, bocsi.
You sure do, Ursula.
Would you like a nice hot cup of tea?
No thanks, we just came to say goodbye.
Why? You going somewhere? Traveling?
Szereti Cucu, ha szőrös, vagy mire gondolsz? Ezt majd ő elmondja.
No, we're just visiting a nice place in the city.
Sonny's gonna die.
Shut up, Morty.
So it's a case. Well, be careful, boys. And I'm sorry I snapped at you the last time.
You don't need to say that, Ursula. We deserved it.
You're a good boy, Sonny. And Marty's a downright saint.
Oh, come on, Ursula. Stop that.
Bubó? Várjál, mert van itt feljegyzésem. A szerelem egy kíméletlen vadállat. Egyre több bölcsesség hangzik el ebben a végigjátszásban, szerintem. Na, hagyjuk is. Bubo?
Hey, Bubo.
Hello, old man.
Is he asleep?
Nappal van, úgyhogy alszik.
Eyes are open.
Bubo!
Hey, what is it? I wasn't sleeping.
Kicsit elaludt az Avid. Bubo.
What the hell are you doing here, chickens?
Sonny wanted to say hi before he suffers an unpleasant death of lead poisoning later tonight.
Would you shut the clock up, Marty? You're not funny.
I am a little bit.
Kicsit tényleg vicces.
You're going to Wessler's, huh?
Bingo. We're gonna put an end to this madness.
Ooh. Or you're stirring up an even bigger madness, am I right?
Yes,
well, that's always a possibility.
Get yourself killed for all I care, but don't come here covered in blood, because I'm not gonna open the door for you, I swear.
Uh-oh.
Oh, thanks for the support, old fart.
Don't mention it, you old gizzard.
Remek. Na jó. Akkor vendégház. It is. De várjál.
So, we're looking for more evidence?
No, I was just thinking we could take another look. You know, just in case.
Okay, sure. But...
Don't even ask, Marty.
You're really becoming sentimental.
One more word and I swear I'm...
Yep, I'm gonna shut it.
Ugye itt van a szó.
You don't want to go in there just like that.
I hope you're just messing with me, Marty.
Of course I'm messing with you. Let's get in...
Okay,
you know, Sonny, when we entered the room and saw the girl...
Deborah.
Yeah, her body. I called you every name in the book inside my head. I just had enough, you know? I wanted to quit.
What kept you with me? Was it just curiosity?
No. I just wanted to see your downfall, boss. I wanted to be there when you met your end, get humiliated or even shot.
Wow. Well, thanks for your honesty, Marty.
But then everything changed on the ship.
On the ship?
I don't know. Being tied up with you, waiting for certain death. I know I lashed out at you, but in truth, I felt there was no place I'd rather be. It was my place on that fucking burning ship with you, even if we both died there. Know what I mean?
I think I do, Marty. I think I do.
So, I guess there's nowhere to go but forward, huh?
Nothing left to do but kill a rat. As the chicken police.
For the last time?
For the last clucking time, partner.
Swear?
I swear.
All right. Let's hit the road.
Trófea feloldva. Shadows from the past. No, azért kellett hát ide eljönni, hogy ezt elérjük ezt a achievementet. Zsír. Jó, és akkor megyünk. Gondolom a hotelhez, és az autóval megyünk tovább, nem? Még tudunk benne beszélni.
I just realized. Ibn at the Tsar Club.
Yes, Marty. Albert's been Ibn for a long time now. Do you remember what Natasha said about him?
That he's been acting strange recently?
Exactly. Like he's not himself anymore.
Mi nem is gyűjtögettük a magazinokat, nem az volt a lényeg, a sztori volt a lényeg.
It was almost hitting us in the face, huh?
Don't blame yourself, Marty. We couldn't have figured that out just by ourselves. The whole story's too twisted for that.
Well, it's how we make our living, Sonny. And I'm sure we'll have plenty more twisted cases to come.
Who knows, Marty? It's not up to us. It's mostly not up to us.
Yeah, right. Do you think the asylum was in on it? I mean, covering up Albert's disappearance?
Szerintem ők se tudták.
You know that reptiles give me the creeps. One of them even set fire to that ship. But oddly enough, the doctor seemed honest to me.
He seemed like a patient to me. Seriously, I thought everyone was crazy in that place.
Yeah. Whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process, he doesn't become a monster.
Are you still talking about the doctor?
Good question.
So, what's the plan? We shove the letter and our theory in his face and see what happens?
Something like that.
Valahogy úgy, ja.
I think our presence will be enough for the truth to come out.
I really hope you're right, Boss Bird.
We have no other choice. So I hope so too.
Do you think it's a love triangle? I mean, could Natasha love Albert as well?
Good question, Marty.
Jó kérdés.
But I don't think so. When I first spoke to Natasha, she told me she loved Ibn in her own way.
In her own way, huh? And could she love two rats in her own way?
Maybe. Maybe she even suspected the truth, but didn't dare admit it, even to herself.
Az lehet. Szia, Spatú! De és akkor most van meg az új helyszín.
So, what do you think, now that it's clearer?
I don't know, Marty, but I believe Natasha didn't mean to be bad. Not intentionally, at least.
I'm not as sure of that as you are, boss. But we'll find that out pretty soon, I guess.
I think Natasha was very much aware that wherever she goes, disaster follows her. But it's not her fault, and she can't do anything about it.
Really? You don't say. Someone remarkably similar came to mind right now.
You mean me, right?
Who can even read minds?
Maybe you're right, Marty. Maybe you're right.
Hát jó. Az utolsó helyszín. Szemkerepráztatók, úrjan, valahol a világ vége felé félúton, na hogy kell egy ilyen, ha már miért most gangster vagy, nem igaz? Hát persze. Persze. Let's do this.
The sun was shining, and all the ducks were in a row. I felt ready. The pieces of the grand puzzle were laid out on the table. I just needed to piece them all together. A revealing glance or a careless word, and I'd have the answer. I knew we were in the right place. I knew it was nearly over. Was Natasha really just a victim? Or did she know everything? Was she controlling the puppets from behind the curtain? Well, if you don't know where to go, go straight ahead. What could possibly go wrong?
Aha. Mégis mi baj történhet?
Here I am, Natasha.
Színes.
I hope you're waiting for me.
Mármint, hogy várt ránk, Natasha.
Furry gods. I knew he was rich, but wow.
Half the city is in his hands, Marty, and half the Council of 12.
I think we'll catch a big fish today.
Don't count your chickens. I'm sure Wessler's expecting us, and Natasha too, I hope.
You hope?
If I'm right, she could be our only chance of survival.
Lovely prospects, huh?
I've had worse.
Really?
Na lássuk. Van itt torony, drága kocsi, egy bejárat, a kúria, a patkánylovag és egy üvegház. Lássuk a tornyot.
What the hell is it? Water tower? Turret? A frickin' lighthouse?
I think it's a monument to an enormous ego, Marty.
Well, anyone who builds a tower this big must be trying to compensate for something.
Or he just has too much dough.
Ja, vagy csak túl sok zsetonja van.
Quite the steed, isn't it?
Seems nowadays organized crime pays well in Clawville.
Are you surprised? The chicken police retired.
Well, they say the team's back together again.
Nah, that's impossible.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Oh, this place has its own greenhouse. What do you think's inside?
100% humidity and unbearable heat.
Not like that. Could they be growing rarities in there?
Or maybe some chicken-eating giant flower monsters.
Jesus.
What? Oh, you just made that up, right? Nah, I'm sure there's no such thing.
Illetve fű is van már, mint hogy... az nincs.
Huh, one of Wessler's ancestors, maybe.
Wessler's ancestors were poor cobblers. More likely, this represents what he thinks of himself.
I wonder how chivalry is compatible with organized crime.
Ibn was planning to leave the underworld.
When his twin brother tore out his tongue, poked out his eye, killed him, and took his place?
Yeah.
Így is mondhatni, igen.
Is this a mansion? Or a grand palace?
Or a small city?
Well, if it comes to hide and seek, old Wessler will have an advantage.
A serious advantage.
Hey, not so fast, chickens.
No, hello.
Please excuse my partner. We didn't mean to be rude, it's just his terrible habits. As you...
Jaj. Ezt tök véletlen nyomtam meg.
Ah, look what the cat dragged in.
Funny, I don't recognize them.
Well, maybe if they had some guns with them? Tommy guns?
Oh, yeah. Now I remember. The two suckers in the luxury van you shot to pieces.
Exactly.
What are you doing here, chickens?
What are you doing
Would
here?
you like us to finish what we started?
We'd love to have fun with you boys, but we need to talk to your boss. And while we're at it, the lady of the house is also expecting us.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's so horny.
Horny?
In that case, I guess there's no reason for us to waste your precious time. Isn't that right, Gabriel?
Get the hell out of our sights while there are still feathers on your skin, chicken.
Easy, pal. We're not even here anymore. Until next time, boys.
Na cső.
This must lead to Wessler and Natasha's suite.
Well, let's get the big guns out and kick the door down.
No need for that, Marty. We'll wait until they invite us in, like real gentlemen. Then maybe we'll need the guns. But I hope it won't come to that.
Oh, my trigger finger's itching, Sonny. Someone's gotta pay.
Relax, Marty. Someone is gonna pay.
Yeah, just don't let it be us.
Ja, ez jó lenne. Na itt van Olivia.
It's like the vegetation's trying to suffocate these beautiful walls.
Maybe it will. Maybe in 100 years, nothing will be here but plants. An endless, planet-sized jungle.
That's quite a dark thought.
Annyira azért nem.
Yes.
This place is incredible, but it kind of gives me the creeps.
Because you know what lies behind the beauty.
With Natasha, too?
I haven't decided yet.
Olivia.
Ah, what a pleasant surprise. Hello, Olivia. Sweetie.
Sweetie.
What did you say, ma'am?
Turn around and get the hell out of here now, if you want to make it out with feathers intact.
Come on, Olivia. Don't worry about us. We know what we're doing.
Martin.
Huh?
Don't you get it? You have to get out of here or you'll be in danger, and also her.
Do you mean Natasha? Please calm down, miss. We have to talk to Mr. Wessler and Miss Katsenko.
You really don't understand, do you?
What do they not understand, Olivia?
Hello?
So, what is it exactly that our guests don't understand?
I was trying to tell the detectives that Mr. Wessler's very tired and doesn't welcome guests this early. He gets rather irate if he's being disturbed at this hour.
I'm sure Mr. Featherland and Mr. McChicken can wait here while Ibn refreshes himself. I'll entertain them until then.
Thank you, Miss Katsenko.
Please, Sonny. I thought we've already discussed this. Call me Natasha.
Hello, cicus. Na. Yogi?
Please, Natasha, can we talk to you in private?
Martin?
It's all right, Olivia. These gentlemen are my friends.
Szia, Pisti.
Yes, Miss Katsenko.
De mintha aggódott volna értünk. Persze, hogy aggódott értünk. Lehet, hogy ő is tud valamit.
The truth is, Ibn isn't really in a good shape today, gentlemen. He's rather furious. Are you sure this can't wait?
You commissioned us, Natasha, and we barely escaped with our combs intact.
So you know who left the threats?
Oh, we know much more than that, Natasha. We even know where you used to work. We talked to Madame Zavas.
Wild gods.
Ha!
Why didn't you tell us?
Do you think it's easy for a woman to talk about such things, that she used to be an escort?
Ő escort volt? Ha!
Along with Molly?
So you know.
Yeah, I know, Natasha. I also know all of this was a trap.
Believe me, I tried to handle things the least painfully I could. You weren't even supposed to know.
A lot shouldn't have happened. Poor Deborah shouldn't have had to die.
Dear sweet Deborah.
Cold, stiff Deborah.
Please don't say that.
Hát halott, baszki.
A price worth paying?
You cannot think I had anything to do with that. You just cannot.
I don't know, Natasha.
Please, Sonny, tell me, what is going on?
You have to know, right?
Please.
Excuse me for making you wait, detectives.
Hoppá.
I'm having a rough morning after a long night.
Na, itt van a Wessler is.
Is that so? Our night was also kind of long.
To put it mildly.
I was just telling the gentleman that you were exhausted, my dear, and they should come back another time. I'll escort them out.
Oh, honey, no need for that. My door's always open to the legendary chicken police. Please, come on in, guys. Let's talk in my room.
Then this way, please.
You just stay here, my darling. I'm sure our conversation will bore you to death. Please, go and refresh yourself, or tell Olivia to go make some coffee.
Coffee?
Yes, dear. Whatever you like.
Uh-huh.
Please, follow me, gents.
Okay.
Lead on, Wessler. So long, sweetheart.
Szia, cicus.
Goodbye.
Aha. Várjál. Azt mondja, hogy új infók. Megpróbált elküldeni minket a Wessler birtokról, de miért féltett volna minket, vagy valami egészen más oka volt rá? Egy veszélyes elmebeteg. De kivel nem beszéltünk vajon? Vajon ő itt? Kicsoda? Itt vannak a lépcsők, gondolom mi megyünk a lépcsők felé. Na hello! Itt egy luxuságy, hopp, azt vittem. Farewell from foil. Oké. Nézzünk szét.
This estate is rather impressive, Mr. Wessler.
Well, thank you.
I suppose it took years and years of cumbersome work to build it.
Yeah. As you say, Mr. Featherland, I'm rather proud of it.
You should be. Whoever built this place has a reason to be proud of himself.
Are you trying to say something?
No, just thinking aloud.
Oké. Éjjeli szekrény, luxuságy. Méregdrága Bendy, van itt egy revolver.
Do you keep a revolver in your bedroom?
Yeah, a bad habit. One who has a lot to lose has a lot to fear.
I agree.
Yeah, would you like a drink? This is a rather rare brandy. It lifts the spirits, if I may be so, poetic.
Really? Tempting, but I need to keep a clear head, Mr. Wessler.
Yeah, I've heard you don't despise a good vintage.
Majd, ha lezártuk az ügyet,
And I've
akkor...
heard you don't despise murder, Wessler. By the way, you've heard right. But everything has its place and time. Drinks, guns, dead bodies, and the truth.
Yeah, I see you're in a poetic mood as well.
More like prophetic.
And that's not a good sign.
Yeah. Are you trying to intimidate me?
No, that's not how we do business. We're gentlemen.
I really hope so.
Nagyon jók a párbeszédek, egyszerűen zseniálisan van írva. És akkor még a luxusáját is meg tudjuk nézni.
Looks cozy.
Sure is better than a cell.
That's right, Marty.
I'm not sure I understand, gentlemen.
We'll see about that.
Na jó. Ott a festmény, és ott hiányzik a sarka. Aha.
This painting.
It's beautiful and rather provocative. Almost makes my comb stand up.
I'm not surprised.
But the corner is missing.
You're right, Sonny. You're quite the observer.
Well, yeah, this painting's unfortunately damaged. I don't know where the missing piece could be.
You don't know? Well, if you're interested, we know exactly where it is.
Tudjuk.
Really?
Really. It's here with us.
An insignificant little piece, isn't it? But there's an exciting cat scratch on it.
More like a rat scratch, because it's a monogram.
A.W.
That's
Albert Wessler. He's a great painter. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Enough. Out with it already. What are you trying to say? I have no time for your childish charades.
Easy, Wessler. We'll get to that in a bit.
Ott a kép. Szóval ezt festette Albert, és onnan lett eltépve a darabkal.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know what...
I'll make it clear for you soon enough, Beep.
Even my patience has its limits, you know.
Nos tehát. Akkor dumcsizzunk. Van még valami? Nincs.
So, what do you want to know? I've heard you've been through a rather eventful few days.
Oh, you have rather good informants.
Yeah, that's true. I should tell you, I see and hear everything that happens in the city. And you are exceptionally resilient. No offense.
None taken. But tell me, are we going to flatter each other for a long time, or are we finally done with the courting?
Straight to the point. I like it. Yeah, so let's continue like that, shall we? What do you want? How dare you intrude upon me in my own house?
Oh, forgive us. Our moral compass has been confused a little bit after someone tried to kill us several times in the last 48 hours. With fire, with machine guns. I could go on.
And while we're at it, you could answer some of our questions. If you've nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear.
And then we'll just leave you alone.
All right. I'll go along with your childish little game. I would have had a long and tedious day ahead of me anyway. So, can we start?
With pleasure, Mr. Wessler.
Okay.
I have no idea what she sees in you, but Natasha's been seriously worried about you.
Yeah, she, really worries more than usual, but it's understandable. Those disgusting messages.
Disgusting, all right. Do you know why that word exactly?
Since you've been to the Nile, I guess you know the answer to your question.
Didn't it bother you, Wessler, what Natasha used to do? Surely it must have upset you.
Why? Did it upset you when you discovered your wife did the same thing?
What did you just say?
What did you think, chicken? That I didn't know? Yeah, don't make me laugh. I know about everyone who ever set foot in that place. I can even tell you who Molly's regulars were, if you're interested.
You son of a bitch.
Sonny, don't.
Yes, detective?
Not yet.
You're right, Marty.
Uh-huh.
It's not worth it.
You're funny, you know that?
About the painting.
Yeah. My brother Albert made it. He's a great talent, but, still, he's a rather troubled individual.
Such self-criticism.
What did you say?
My partner means that you and your brother are very much alike. Identical twins, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed. But, what does that have to do with the painting?
Panka! Hello, hello! Nagyon szépen köszi a 43-at! Hypoljuk meg Pankát! Üdv, üdv!
We'll get to that. Don't worry, Mr. Wessler. So Albert made the painting at your request, is that right? And the one that's in Natasha's room in the Tsar, too.
Yeah, exactly. Is that a crime?
No, it's not a crime in itself. This picture, it's rather strange, you know?
Why do you think so? It's just me, Natasha, and my brother.
The photo doesn't tell much in itself, yes. But if you already have the right information, suddenly it starts to talk.
Really?
He fell in love with her.
Who'd you mean?
Albert, of course. He fell in love with Natasha. All those sessions while he was painting the pictures. Were you there every time?
Hát ő igen, ott volt.
You mean, me?
You.
No, I mean, while Albert was painting, yeah, but I wasn't there all the time. Albert was there, all along.
And do you think he could have fallen in love with Natasha? That's why he escaped? What do you think happened to him? Who tore out his tongue?
I have no idea.
Huh?
Did Natasha know about what happened to your brother?
No, of course not.
Do you love beautiful things, Wessler?
Why do you ask that? Yeah, of course.
You were afraid of losing her, weren't you?
Stop. Enough. If you want to ask something, ask clearly. Don't play with me. You understand?
We're just doing our job.
Then do it clearly. And quickly. Yeah, I'm really starting to lose my patience.
Uh-huh.
We visited Albert's cell and found something he seems to have forgotten to take with him in his great hurry.
That's a big mistake.
A classic, even.
What the hell are you babbling about?
This is Albert Wessler's love letter to Natasha.
More like a confession.
In which he tells her he's capable of doing anything for her.
Yeah, this letter doesn't prove anything at all. Albert is mad. Insane. He's not, normal. No one would believe his word, don't you understand?
But they believe yours, right? Because you're not Albert Wessler. You're Hobart Ibn Wessler, aren't you? How good it feels to be in his skin.
How dare you?
Just tell him, Sonny. I'm getting tired of this.
You're just a cheap fake, Albert. You couldn't follow in your brother's footsteps even if you wanted to. No matter how hard you tried, you couldn't get Natasha either. Am I right?
What did you just say?
She hates you, doesn't she? She doesn't know. She doesn't understand why, but she hates you. It's instinctive.
Hoppá.
Yeah, what do you know? What could you possibly know about suffering and loneliness and the darkness? What could you know about hate, huh?
És akkor jöhet a kihallgatás. Amúgy közben megkaptuk a... mondjad már. Az achievementet, hogy beszéltünk mindenkivel. Elvileg. De itt a bug lenne, inkább azt mondanám. A fene se tudja. Na jó, akkor kihallgatjuk.
Albert is an imposter. He's not who he says he is, and might not even know who he really is. I have to concentrate on this first, to soften him up, and to avoid us being shot in the gizzard, of course.
Oké. Biszkút közben, nagyon szépen köszi a csírt. Ő előrántott egy fegyvert. A köpenyébe is volt egy fegyver.
What were you thinking, Albert? How long did you think you could keep it up?
Until the end of my life, if needs. Yeah, I cared about nothing except for her to love me. Not for who Ibn was, but for who I am.
Why did you think that would happen? Everybody noticed the change.
Még jó, hogy nem más rántott elő a köntösből, ugye?
Yeah, I knew it would be hard, Santino. But I also knew animals see what they want to see. I didn't have to behave like Ibn. They only had to believe I'm him.
Manipulátor. Mindenkit a mocskos kis ujjai köré akar csavarni, nem igaz? Miért döntött úgy, hogy átveszi testvére helyét? Hát azt tudjuk, hogy miért döntött úgy.
You wanted to wrap everyone around your dirty little fingers, didn't you?
I couldn't involve anyone. You have to understand. No one besides myself, of course.
So, you included yourself in the plan. And did you agree with you?
Do you think it's funny, Santino? The position I'm in? Do you think I did it for power?
I did it for power.
You wanted to rule over something, didn't you? Especially over Natasha.
I wanted to rule my fate. My actions, my will, myself. And yeah, then over everyone else who ever did me wrong, or who I once loved.
Such selflessness.
Selflessness? Don't make fun of yourself, Sonny. Selflessness is the refuge of the weak and cowardly. Tell me, did you act out of selflessness when you decided to involve your partner in all this?
No, Mr. Wessler, but it's not about me.
You see? You two are just hypocrites, pathetic statues. But under your stone skids, you're nothing but rotting corpses.
Have you ever thought that maybe you should have become a psychologist?
Yeah, you won't be laughing for long, Santino. I guarantee it.
Oh, hát ez nem volt sikeres. És hogyha a másikat nyomjuk...
Why did you decide to take your brother's place?
Yeah, as you're curious, from the moment I laid eyes on Natasha for the first time. But I had to convince myself that this was the only way.
You've never talked about your feelings for Natasha with your brother, am I right?
Are you insane? Ibn would have had me killed immediately, and no one would ever know.
So instead, you've done the same thing, haven't you? What a comfortable excuse.
Comfortable? Do you think all of this was just some kind of cruel game for me? I had to destroy the person I loved and respected the most.
Cry me a river.
You know, there's only a thin, fragile membrane between love and hate. If anything touches it, it tears immediately.
You can analyze me until the sun goes down, Wessler, but you won't get far with that.
Yeah, evasive answer. So I'm right.
Okay. Elhitte magáról valaha is, hogy ön Ibn Wessler. Miért kellett megcsonkítania Ibönt? Miért nem végzett vele rögtön? Amúgy ez egy jó kérdés, hogy miért nem végzett vele rögtön. Ő maga se tudja biztosan, hogy ki is valójában, először erre kell koncentrálnom, hogy megpuhítsam. Akkor lehet, hogy ezt kellene. Nem tudom, nekem az egyes az jó kérdés, hogy miért nem ölte meg rögtön.
Why did you have to mutilate Ibn? Why didn't you just kill him immediately?
That's an interesting question, you see, but the answer is exceptionally simple. No matter how strange it is for you to understand, I loved my brother.
Weird way of showing your love, Albert.
Ja, elég furán.
You can't understand that. He was my everything, the only one who was close to me. Until I met Natasha.
She took your brother's place pretty quickly, didn't she? There's not much room in your heart, as I see it.
Yeah, you're understanding the situation, detective, but you know, very well it's not that simple. Ibn was my brother. I loved him despite all of his flaws and foul, petty lies. And that's why I couldn't kill him.
Not immediately, you mean?
Unfortunately, tearing out his tongue wasn't enough. Yeah, I must admit I've underestimated him.
And poking out his eye?
Oh, that was just an accident, Mr. Featherland.
Micsoda baleset.
Just an accident? You're a dirty, clucking son of a vermin, Albert.
Please, don't be vulgar, Sonny. It's too dangerous in your current situation, and doesn't even suit you.
Ez nem jó volt, mondtam, hogy nem ezt kell kérdezni. Ezt maxra csináljuk.
Why did you...
Yeah.
Nyugi?
What? You so you can...
Yeah.
Igen, és akkor... Ezt kérdeztük.
Did you ever believe that you were Ibn Wessler?
Did I ever believe? I still do. I believed it all along. Don't you get it? I am Ibn Wessler.
And also Albert Wessler.
I see you're starting to understand.
Aha! Örömöt okoz magának, ha másokat irányíthat, Albert. Szóval most is egyszerre két személynek érzi magát. Élvezte, mikor kitépte a saját kitépte a saját testvére nyelvét? Milyen érzés volt? Nem, most ugye arra kell koncentrálnunk, hogy ő maga se tudja pontosan, hogy ő ki is valójában. És ezért azokra a kérdésekre kellene rámenni, ami ugye a személyiségzavarra koncentrál. Tehát, hogy így emiatt most a kettest mondanám.
So you feel you're two people at the same time?
Does it sound crazy? Maybe it is. But Ibn lives inside me. Sometimes he's even stronger than Albert ever was.
Do you think you can avoid the gas chamber with this, Albert?
I don't have to avoid anything, Sonny. You and your friend, will never leave this place. It's better if you start getting used to the thought.
You're not the cold-blooded killer you'd like to think you are.
Yeah, do you think so? Try me, detective.
Yes, jó volt. Miből gondolta, hogy meg tudja vezetni Natasát? Mit tett volna Natasával, ha rájön, őt is megöli? Ennyi volt a terv, átveszi a helyét, és boldogan él, amíg meg nem hal. Húha! De szerintem rájött Natasha. Az a baj, hogy mindegyik jó kérdés. Igen.
What made you think you could deceive Natasha?
Because Natasha loved Ibn, in her own unique way. Yeah, and if there's anything that can blind an animal, it's love and hate. Everything revolves around these two things, Mr. Featherland.
Is everything black and white to you?
No. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Everything's gray in this world. Only two things have color.
Love and hate.
I see you understand now, Sonny. Yeah, we're not that different, you and I.
Albert, you're everything I'm not. And I'm everything you're not, believe me.
Yeah, if that makes it easier for you, detective.
Jó, ez nem volt rossz.
That was your plan. Take his place and live happily ever after.
Why? Isn't it good enough of a plan, Mr. Featherland? It was perfect, even in its imperfection.
Which is?
Ibben's ghost.
His what?
Please don't take it literally, Mr. Chicken. I'm not talking about spirits. When Ibben died, I didn't just take his place, but also his role. He himself, his essence, if you will. Yeah, though I guess that's too much for you to understand.
So you mean Ibben's here with us even now?
He was here all along. Don't you get it? I am Hobart Ibben Wessler.
I must get serious, because looking at the gun in Wessler's trembling hand, I'm afraid I don't have much time. Albert is a cruel psychopath, but maybe I can turn that cruelty against him.
Mikor jött a pillanat, amikor eldöntötte, hogy megöli őt, Albert?
When was the moment you decided to kill him, Albert?
When I drew the last stroke on that fatal painting, Mr. Featherland. When I glanced at it for the last time, and then at Natasha, who was shivering under the weight of my gaze.
You simply fell in love with her? End of story?
Not in the slightest, Mr. Featherland. Love is, just chemistry. What I felt was more than that.
Okay.
Everybody thinks that, Albert. But we all feel the same. We're just fools.
No, Mr. Featherland. Not at all. At that moment, I knew what I was gonna do. I knew that the world was coming to an end if I didn't do it. It implodes on itself and ceases to exist. I couldn't let that happen. I couldn't.
Okay.
Let him have her, right? You simply wanted her for yourself.
I wanted her for ourselves, Sonny. I was him by then. He just didn't know it yet.
Na most nem kéne elrontani, hogy ne kezdjük előről? Maga csak egy olsó másolat, ugye tisztában van vele. Azt hiszi, elme baj, mindent megmagyaráz. Mit tett, amért Ibben bezáratta magát? Ugye élvezte, hogy mindenki az orránál fogva vezet. Muszáj bekeményítenünk, mert ahogy Wessler remegő keze egy pisztolyt nézem, hiszem nincs sok időm, Albert egy kegyetlen pszichopata, de a kegyetlenségét akár még ellene is fordíthatom. Nem, a kettő az valahogy nekem nagyon nem adja. Talán az egyes? Csak egy olcsó másolat, hogy így szembesítjük vele? Nézzük meg.
Yeah, just a cheap copy. You know that, right?
You're just making your position worse by insulting me, detective.
I wasn't insulting you. I was saying out loud what we all know very well.
Don't force my hand to pull the trigger ahead of time. There are many, many things you'd still like to know, wouldn't you?
Why don't we get it over with, Wessler? Pull the trigger and let's finish this pathetic charade.
You think I don't dare do it?
Na, ez például nem volt egy jó ötlet.
Albert is... What we...
Yeah.
Why did you...
A francba. Csak elfelejtettem, hogy miket kérdeztünk.
Did you?
I see you.
Igen, römözdök, szóval most is egyszerre két igen.
You're not.
Plusz 10. Miből gondolta, hogy meg tudja téveszteni Natashát? Ugye ezt kérdeztük?
What made you? His love.
I see you,
Albert.
Igen, és akkor volt ez.
So you?
He was here.
Igen.
When you?
No, I wanted her.
Igen, és akkor itt tartottunk. Mit tett ő, amiért Ibn bezáratta? Aha, ez egy jó
What
kérdés.
did you do that made Ibn get you locked up?
That's a sharp-turned detective.
It just came to me, you know? Where did it all start? Where did all the hate and jealousy come from?
Jealousy? What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, Albert. Alone, locked up at the end of the world, while your brother is one of the most influential figures of Clawville, driving an expensive car, living in a mansion, with the city's most desirable woman in his bed. Why wouldn't you be jealous?
Yeah, Albert was jealous of Ibn. Maybe he still is. But I understand why he did it. Albert was beyond control and dangerous.
What does that mean exactly?
Albert did our mother wrong. Poor old Mom. She never heard her fly. But Albert couldn't take that she was praising his brother all the time while Albert was just an unsuccessful, foolish, poor painter.
Oh.
What did you do to her, Albert?
Albert killed her. It looked like an accident, but Ibn knew it wasn't.
Hoppa.
That was the last straw. Albert had to be locked up, and he agreed. He never said no to his brother.
Szóval megölte a saját
But he
anyját.
never forgot who did this to him either.
Ibn was really good to him. Visited him every week. Did everything he could. Even introduced Natasha in the end.
And that was his downfall.
Both of them, Sonny. And yours, too.
Ez jó volt. Mikor döntötte el, hogy nekünk is meg kell halnunk? Ibn gyűlölte jobban, vagy önmagát Albert?
Did you hate Ibn or yourself more, Albert?
Albert hated himself the most ever since he was born. He idolized Ibn. But every time his brother stood before him, he saw what he could have been himself if he had enough strength. But he didn't. Albert had always been a coward, a pitiful nobody.
And now?
Finally, there's no more Albert. And no more Ibn either. It's only me, and for both of them, I'm perfect.
Uh-huh.
Can it be that the fear is making you say these things, Albert?
Stop calling me that.
I have to call you something. What should I call you? What name should I use?
I don't know anymore.
Már nem tudja.
I'm very close to breaking him.
Ez
If I'm too hard on him, I could quickly be signing my death warrant. It's time to dig a little bit deeper and uncover Wessler's wounds.
Ha van magában még gerinc, a saját fejéhez tartja azt a pisztolyt. Natasha kedves volt magával, igaz? Túlságosan is kedves.
Natasha was kind to you, right? Too kind.
Natasha was simply amazing, gentle, kind, lively, but still so distant.
You're telling me.
It's like she was from another world. A world where everything's full of charm and grace and everything's fragile and delicate. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
I think I do. Yeah.
I know Albert's touch would harm her. Albert is rough. Albert can't keep such a delicate thing in his arms.
Tudtam, hogyha Albert keze nyúl felé megsérti őt. Albert durva, Albert nem képes ilyen törékeny dolgok a karjába tartani.
That's why you had to become Ibn, am I right?
I didn't take Ibn's place, Mr. Featherland. I became one with him, can't you see? That's the only way I could comprehend and accept the miracle that was Natasha.
Was?
I think I've corrupted her.
Ajaj.
She's not that gentle and pure creature I painted on the canvas anymore. I ruined her. She became rotten under my hands.
Mondok valamit, ő már romlott volt előtte is, Wessler. Na mindegy is. Nagyon jók vagyunk. Talán még nem késő, Albert. Árulja el neki az igazat, és vessen véget ennek.
Maybe it's not too late, Albert. Tell her the truth and end this.
No. You can't understand this. She can't either. I killed Ibn, but he also killed me. Can't you see? We're nothing without each other.
You can't be two people at the same time, Albert. Nobody can bear the weight of the sins of two souls.
Így van.
Ibn loved her. I admired her. Ibn was crazy about her. I've been crazy for a long time. Ibn idolized her, and I hated her. And if there's anything more blind, more devoted, more extreme, and more true than love, it could only be hate, Mr. Featherland. It's an endlessly exciting, thrilling, and warm feeling. And infinitely red. Just like love.
Paint it red, baby.
You know you're not going to be able to go through with it, right? That you won't be able to carry the weight. But you still did it. Why?
Yeah, if I didn't kill him and become one with him, Albert would have died, Mr. Featherland.
And the threats? Which one of you was that? Albert or Ibn? Who wrote them? And which one of you killed Deborah?
In my world, Ibn and I are inseparable. Just like love and hate are one and the same. And I hate Natasha so much that I could destroy myself along with her, just so she would die with me. Are you familiar with this feeling, Mr. Featherland?
More than life itself.
You see? We're not so different after all.
You and I have nothing in common, Wessler. You know why?
Why, Mr. Featherland?
Because if I were in your shoes, I would have pulled the trigger a long time ago.
Goodbye, Sonny.
So long, Albert.
Igazi nyomozó! Ott van! Albert maga Ibn Wessler, ez az őrült testvér átvette fivére helyét, és most megpróbálja elvarni a szálakat. Ha nem kapjuk el most, könnyen lehet, hogy elkésünk. Natasha! Lepuffantotta.
So, you heard everything.
Tap, tap, tap. Hát hallott mindent.
I heard everything.
Very good. Now take off your clothes and let's do it on the bed. A nyugi. 360 no-scope volt.
I'm sorry you had to find out like this.
And thank you. If it weren't for you...
Yes, both of you would be dead, I know. But believe me, I still thought carefully before firing.
About who to target?
You know, I truly loved Ibn.
Tényleg szerette Ibn.
But this man wasn't him.
Így van, és
You
ezt
felt
érezte.
it, didn't you?
Maybe I even knew it. I don't know. But I still can't believe it.
Még mindig nem hiszi el.
It won't be easy to process for any of us.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. And regarding Molly...
Molly.
The cops. But how? How do they know?
Olivia.
I have no idea, Marty.
Do not look at me. I did not call them.
Olivia?
Don't worry, Natasha. They won't lay a finger on you. I promise.
Please, Sonny. You don't need to worry about me.
I don't want to be rude, Sonny, but I'm more worried about us than her.
Miért?
Hello, boss.
Itt a főnök. Hello, főni.
Hello, boys.
Now, before you say anything, we can explain.
No need for that, Santino. Monica already told me everything.
Hoppá. Mónika mindent elmondott.
Monica.
Hey, boys. What were you thinking? That I would just let you get killed without saying goodbye?
Thanks, Mon. Should we say we owe you one?
You know already, boys. Shoes are my weakness.
Mónikának a cipők a gyengéi. Aha.
Hey, mine too.
Marty!
Of all that's furry, we don't want to hear that. And boys...
Yes, boss?
Don't believe you'll get away with it so easily. I want a report on my desk from both of you with all the details. Am I clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It'll all make sense, believe us. Right after I figure out myself what the hell just happened.
What Monty's trying to tell you is that we had good reason to investigate outside the law, but we're sorry.
What happened to you, Sonny? You're sorry? Did you hit your head?
Why does everybody keep asking that?
Why indeed?
Na vajon miért?
So can we go now, boss? Without getting handcuffed?
Don't give me ideas, Santino.
Thanks, boss.
Nice. Na lássuk hát az utolsó bejegyzéseket. Natasha megmentett minket, miután Albert már minden személy szennyesét kiteregette. Szóval itt vagyunk, ennyi volt, vagyis tényleg ennyi lett volna? Lássuk az extra infót. Micsoda meglepetés, végül ő húzta meg a ravaszt és mentett meg minket. Persze nélküle nem is kikerültünk volna ebbe a helyzetbe. Ja, Mónika tudta, mire készülünk, és még időben értesítette a fiúkat, ha ő nincs, valószínűleg Wessler csatlósai szépen szitává lőttek volna minket. A főnök, az öreg apró szörös szíve végül csak megenyhült, nem igaz? És mi kellett hozzá? Csak egy gangster birodalom összeomlása, semmi más. Az ott fixen bug, de amúgy az szerintem meg a másik... az az Iban lenne, nem? Ja nem, Iban itt van. Akkor ki az Isten az ott? Albert mindent megtett volna, hogy elkerülje a titka felszínre kerülését, de már késő volt. Natasha érezte, hogy valami nincs rendben, Albert pedig tudta, hogy nem úszhatja meg, így egyszerű, halálosan egyszerű. Őszintén hiszi, hogy ő egy és ugyanaz a személy Iban Wesslerrel. Egy test és két lélek. Timothy, ne! Itt van a Timothy! Natasha.
So, what now? Where to next?
I think I should mourn, right?
You should.
But I don't know what to feel anymore, Sonny.
Hát én nekem vannak ötleteim, baby.
I understand, Natasha. You know, if you need anything...
Yes, I know where to find you.
See you around, sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
Ma'am.
Goodbye, detectives.
Ja. Köszönjük
Thanks
meg.
again, Mon. If not for you, those furheads would have put holes in us.
No wonder, since you put holes in their boss.
Well, actually, that wasn't us.
Then who was it?
Natasha.
Really? I wouldn't have thought it of her. It's a pleasant surprise.
It was for us too, believe me.
What? Are you waiting for me to change my mind?
Nem, mentünk.
No, sir.
Then stop pecking around here.
Yes, sir.
Ja, nem akarok a Timothyval beszélni. Ez meg.
How the hell did you find your way here, Tim? Always where the trouble is.
Sometimes I think you're the criminal mastermind behind all the dark dealings in this city.
Lehet.
I wish. I wish too, because then we could legally throw you in jail.
I love your sense of humor, Sonny.
I wasn't joking.
So, where did you get the scoop?
Are you kidding me? The whole city's talking about you. You've left quite the mess behind.
Elpakoltam a szennyest.
That I admit.
Well, it's a miracle that all of the city's smear sheet journalists aren't here already. Oh, while we're at it, will you give me an exclusive interview?
Clock off, Tim.
Hey!
Oké. És most?
Look at all these plants. It's like nature is claiming... Yeah. Strange how someone...
Igen?
It's a piece of a painting, judging by... Come to daddy, darling. Oh man, I totally get you.
Azt hittem, azzal zárjuk. Na jó, de nem...
And what about you, Sonny?
I'll go home and sleep. Maybe for 3 days. I'll try to forget.
I'm sorry I dragged you into this. If there's anything I can do.
I'm not sorry, Natasha. It's better this way. We find out painful truths, but at least we see clearly now, don't we?
Lenne valami, amit csinálhatnál, Natasha?
Yes, I think you're right.
Ami azt illeti.
Thank you.
We thank you, Natasha. You saved our lives.
But it was also me who endangered you in the first place, right?
Well, I won't argue about that.
Na jó, most mit kell csinálni, chat? Nyávogja a tajszámomat, jó lenne? Irodába menni? De nem tudok sehova sem menni. Nem aktív fönt a izé. Hát, hogy még beszélni kell. Ez volt.
How did you know we were here?
I always pay attention, Sonny. And because I know you like you are my own nestlings.
No, I love it when you say pretty little
Még
things like
Timothyval
that.
kell beszélni?
Don't get used to it, Marty.
Hát jó.
Just one quote, guys. They say you've taken down the whole Wessler empire. They say...
I say you're full of shit, Tim, and you can quote me on that.
Just one quote, guys.
I say you're...
Okay.
So, what's your shoe size again, Mon?
35, Sonny. I like high heels. And because there's 2 of you, 2 pairs will do for a start.
Okay.
Anything for you, darling.
I don't want just anything, Marty. I want shoes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
See you at the PD?
At the PD, Mon.
Santino, you're doing that on purpose?
No, sir. Never, sir.
Then get the fuck out of here.
De nem lehet. Hát mennék én.
Just one quote.
I say you're...
Haló?
Thank you.
Well, I won't...
Ja, hogy még itt is vannak. Oh.
Hey, Olivia.
Marty?
Oops.
I just wanted to thank you.
For what exactly?
For trying to
A
save
Natasha
us.
nem enged minket, amúgy az volt.
I didn't do it only for you, believe me. I loved my job while I had it. Now my employee is dead, so I don't have a job anymore.
I didn't even think of that.
Of course you didn't.
Can I do anything to help?
I think I'll manage. I always do.
You're a good boy, Bosco. Nice work.
You know, folks, somebody's gotta take care of the real police work while you're tearing up the city.
Sorry for the mess, Bosco, but you know us.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do.
How did you catch them? After the gunshot, I was sure these 2 would show up. They have a habit of doing that.
They were already in cuffs before then, Sonny. We had the house surrounded. If you could have hung on, maybe nobody would have died.
Hey, a second longer and it would have been us.
That's your story?
Cluck you sideways, Bosco. Gentlemen?
Gentlemen?
We're honestly very sorry it had to end like this.
Yeah, this peacefully.
For myself, I'm glad, gentlemen. I would have sincerely regretted it if we had to shoot both of you, but unfortunately, that seemed to be the only solution to this rather nasty situation. Fortunately, it didn't turn out that way. Joyful.
Joyful.
Don't think we'll be behind bars for long, chickens. Whistler may be dead, but his empire still won't crumble.
Oh, look at that. He can talk.
In complex sentences, too.
Yeah, or something like that.
Amazing.
Nice. Még valami?
If there's anything at all.
Thank you, Martin.
Még mindig nem tudok elhúzni.
Just one quote, guy.
I said.
Ez meg... Miért kellett itt útolni? Még kivel kell beszélni?
Nice catch, Bosco.
Yeah, I wish I could, Sonny.
I hope we'll meet again, gentlemen.
So do I, Shakespeare. And while you're sitting in your cell, you could teach your famous manners to your friend, too.
Maybe I will, Mr. Featherland.
I certainly hope so, pal.
Na jó, most már le lehet zárni? Nem tudok menni sehova. Mi a franc? Oké, ez bug. Itt van film már.
You, what are you doing here?
I was just driving around.
Pont erre furikázott.
Trying to feed your grandpa? So, was it a case? Were you, maybe investigating us?
What can I say, Sonny? Am I busted?
Did someone hire you to follow us?
I just had to keep an eye on you and not get involved. That's all. I admit there were a couple of crazy situations when it was hard not to.
Ó, csak nem a Mónika bérelte
But
fel.
you managed somehow, right?
A professional's a professional, my friend.
Yeah, thanks. So you won't tell us who hired you, whatever we do?
Unfortunately, I can't, my friend. I made a promise.
You and your promises.
Some people still take them seriously.
You're a real piece of guano. You know that?
Guano.
Of course. I've learned everything from you, you old fart.
Must be some,
Don't have that too.
So, here they are, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
The Chicken Police, in the flesh.
Damn it, Tim. Drop it and cluck off.
Oh, no, boys. This time, you deserve it.
What the cluck did you say, boss?
Stand up straight and try to look like someone who's glad to be alive.
Yes, sir. We'll try.
Ooh, attention Chicken Police. Say cheese.
Birds of a feather flock together. Nagyon-nagyon-nagyon jó volt ez a játék. De Jesus úristen, le a kalappal a készítőknek, innen is hatalmas pacsi. Baromi jól volt írva végig nagyon-nagyon jó volt. És a zene is végig nagyon jó volt. Zseni. Nagyon kíváncsi vagyok, hogy mit csináltak a kettőre. Állat. Ja, Istenem. Rohadt jó volt a sztori. És nem egyszerű, ott van Body Models, ott van Réka! Rékát ismerem, aki a Natasának volt a body modellje. Nice. No, szóval, hogy tök jól, végig nagyon-nagyon jól meg volt írva a sztori. Ott azért vannak nincsen egerem, nem tudom mutatni. Ott van Réka! Ott van Réka! A bal oldalon. A stúdiós kép. Ott van a ruha is, onnan lehet felismerni is. Na, szóval, hogy le a kalappal tényleg. És gondolom egy csomó dolog másképp is alakulhat a játékba. Nyilván, meg attól is függ, hogy mennyire jók a kérdéseid. Zseniálisan össze volt rakva. Az egésznek a módja, az vagy végig ez a noir, nyomozósdi. Imádom az ilyen nyomozósdi sztorikat. A végére ki tudtam következtetni, tehát rájöttem azért, még mielőtt a fordulat valójában, hogy mondjam, testet öltött. De ez nem baj, mert az azt jelenti, hogy figyeltünk, meg voltak jó intuícióink, és jó volt a sztori. Tök jól volt kitalálva amúgy. Úgyhogy le a kalappal. Minden, még egy tapsot érdemelnek. Remélem ugyanazzal a lélekkel csinálták a második részt is. Meg fogjuk nézni. Szerintem mindenféleképpen meg fogjuk nézni. Ha összegyűjtöd az összes magazint, akkor megkapod a Secret Endinget. Ami micsoda? Nyugodtan mondjátok el, mert nem fogom összegyűjteni a Secret Endinghez a magazinokat. De nagyon kíváncsi vagyok, hogy mit dob a Secret Ending. And it's dead. And it's dead. Jó volt. Folytatjuk? Bizony.
Natasha?
You were expecting me, weren't you?
I wouldn't say that, but I'm not surprised.
I just wanted to talk to you.
About what exactly?
You know very well.
What do you think, Natasha? Why didn't she tell me?
Because she loved you.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you, she may have never left the place. Perhaps she'd still be there.
Ah, sheep shit.
We used to dream about falling in love with a nice man who comes and saves us someday. A knight in shining armor. You know, like in the fairy tales.
Mm-hmm. And how did that work out for you?
She fell in love with a good guy. I didn't. I envy her.
Mm-hmm. I'm not that good guy, Natasha. But if it's any consolation, she could have found him. Maybe she's living with him right now. Somewhere on the other side of the world.
Uh-huh.
Well, goodbye, Sonny.
So long, sweetheart. Hey, Natasha, you have a light? I've been trying to smoke this sorry-ass cig all day. It's driving me crazy.
Maybe you don't really need it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe.
Talán. Ahogy lesz, úgy lesz. Ott volt a telefonszáma, és fel lehet hívni! Hol kell felhívni? Ott volt egy call me. Nice. Na, szóval mi volt a Secret Ending? Molly megjelenik, legalábbis nagyon utalnak rá. Aha. Ez volt a Secret Ending, ha jól értem. Tényleg? De hát Molly ott van a chaten. Teljes képzavar. Srácok, hát zseniális volt az a játék. Nagyon-nagyon szépen köszi, hogy egyrészt Vonárnak és Hunternek tartozunk köszönettel, hiszen ők ajánlották a játékot végigjátszásra, úgyhogy innen is nagy pacsi. Ez volt a Chicken Police Painted Red végigjátszásunk. Én nagyon-nagyon szépen köszönöm, hogy velem tartottatok. Remélem, hogy élveztétek ezt a 3 etapba felleszabdalt történetet, nyomozást. Szerintem állat volt. Úgyhogy ja, megyek pihenni. Jó pihenést mindenkinek. Nagyon-nagyon szépen köszi, hogy itt voltatok. Köszönöm a támogatásokat is. Holnap jövök. Még nem tudom melyik játékkal, de jövök. Addig is próbálok gyógyulni a betegeknek. Szintén ezt javaslom. És jó pihenést. Találkozunk holnap. Köszi a figyelmet. Sziasztok!